I'm here. Is everybody here? I can't see yet. I see people waiting. Got my Starbucks. Really bad. Really bad. Gulping. How is everybody? I cannot see. I'm waiting. Super excited and waiting to see the chat scroll up. There you are. Oh my gosh. Hi, you guys. I'm like laughing. I'm like, well, they seem to be here, but I can't see them. How is everybody? Oh, good. Good. Everybody. Okay, New York, you're here. Good. Yes, yes, I'm here. I'm here. Believe it or not. Michigan. Hola from the Bay. Hola. Hola, hola. Hula, hola. Texas. Yes, the freeze out in Texas. I was talking to Bobby about that. The freeze out in Texas. Oh, I missed you guys too. I missed you guys as well. I have a fly flying around again. I've had a fly for a week. I don't know who this fly is, but this fly better go. Hi from Fresno, Georgia. Boston. Oh my God, happy birthday, Boston. Yeah, I just briefly saw that. I really try not to pay attention to the... Look, did you see that fly? Why is that fly in here? Utah. Why is that fly guy in here, right? I want to know why. I want to know why. Excuse me, fly. I don't know how he got here. He's somebody. He's somebody spying. They sent a fly to spy. How is everybody? Okay. My makeup. Yeah, well, I kind of threw it on. I threw it on to match my nails. I'm back to blue, y'all. Look. Blue, blue, blue. Anyway, I couldn't find any like bright blue to be obnoxious, so this is the blue I found. This is it. No, Keith is not a fly. That's not Keith. Yeah, I've got to get a fly swatter. I'm boiling peppermint in the back, so that, excuse me, is what I'm doing. What a pig I am. And the light's right in my face. Yeah, I'm using a different thing here. What do you call it? Stand. So I'm doing that. Let's see. I watched a video on, yeah, I know, right? I know. Wet towel will get them. Oh my God. Lavender too. Exactly. Yeah, tonight my makeup's a little bit crazy. I mean, I didn't blend it out. I, of course, am going to do a shout out to Yvonne for fixing my eyebrows, although I penciled them in weird. Thank you for that. So Yvonne for doing my eyebrows and Vicky for doing my nails today. And also, I've got other people to shout out. Oh my God, it's Allie's birthday. Keithy's friend, Allie, it's her birthday. I was going to text her, but I'm on this phone. So it's Allie's birthday, and I'm assuming she's got to be 24 now because she's Keithy's age. So I'm going to say she's turning 24. She's a Pisces, so it's Allie's birthday. Andrew's girlfriend. So it's Jeff Goldblum. That fucking Jeff Goldblum is back here with that fly. Right? I forgot about him. Remember? Remember Jeff would always visit in fly form? Little bitch that he is. Anyway, it's Allie's birthday. So yeah, I think she's got to be 24. I really do, because she's the same age as Keithy. And little Paige Arella is going to be 24 in April. So that's going to be fun. I had such a great visit with Paigey. Such a great visit with Paigey yesterday. So Paigey and her friend Cheyenne, or Shy as she calls her, came over. Paige was so cute. Paige is going to come over and do a show next Tuesday so we can have dinner again. By the way, those girls didn't eat their whole dinner. I ate their dinner practically, my own dinner. By their dinner, I mean I ate all the garlic bread pretty much out of the basket. I'm like, let me eat 5 pieces of garlic bread because y'all aren't eating it. So it's in the basket. Let me eat it, y'all. Yeah, so Paigey's going to be here next Tuesday. I've confirmed my Paige. She is coming to visit, and that's super exciting. I love Paige. We looked at crystals. We had Italian for dinner. I was showing her, because I'm sick in the head, and her friend Cheyenne, who I hadn't met before, but she's Paigey's bestie. So anyway, I was showing them Keithy's ashes and Tulip's ashes. And then I think I may have dropped some of Tulip's ashes out of the jar. And we were all looking at it like, Oh God, the ashes, the ashes dropped. That's how sick we are in this house. But anyway, some people really pay attention to the ashes, and I'm that person now. I know. Um, that's that's what that is. I know. I will just a little bit of tulips. I don't drop Keithy's nothing nowhere. Oh, Rascal, I talked to her this morning. She's gonna come visit soon too. I don't know where she's been hiding. Miss Rascal's been doing her. Oh, there's Ashley. There's Ashley Yoga. There's Ashley Yoga. She's a flexible girl. If I could get my legs to do anything like her legs, I would could get up those hills so much faster. Oh, March 23rd, you tiger in the woods. That's a play on words. You will be 55. Um, yeah, you guys, how cute. Everybody, wait, I feel, well, Mercury has gone direct now. I think like a day. I know, little tulips ashes. I'm like, I think it dropped a bit, but I wanted to show them the difference between people ashes and pet ashes because tulips ashes look like her skin, like it's so different. Keithy's ashes are like white and then they're gray, and then tulips ashes were like cinnamon and white and gray because she had that. So yeah, I kind of threw the eyeshadow. I didn't even blend it. Like I'm like, oh, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do this. Oh, you'll be 23. Wait, 323. Your birthday. You'll not be 23, but it's 323. My son will be 9 on March 23rd. How cute, Rascal's age. Yeah, Coast to Coast was fun. Coast to Coast was, yeah, it was good. I love Richard. You guys should check out Richard. Surrette's podcasts all over. What the hell? Strange Planet is one of them, and something else is another one. Hi, Ashley. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's what's the other one? Conspiracy Theory, and then Strange Planet are his other two radio shows. And of course, he's the host on Coast to Coast, and I love him. I love him. He's Canadian and he's got two boys. So, and he's always so kind. I was like so sleepy. It's the hardest. My energy was not as up as it should because I have to crawl into bed to sleep to get up. Watching from Costa Rica. Oh my God, Costa Rica. I would like to be there. Are you doing any toad skin licking? I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Like licking the toads, you know, they kind of hold those little toads hostage and then they scrape their backs and then they give you their backs, the poison off their backs for you to get rid of your problems. Well, you practically overdose. Don't know what to say about that. Roller Costa Rica. No, I can't do that. I can't lick the frog. I don't care what they say. Why are the frogs being brutalized? I know, but why are the frogs being toads being brutalized by us because we want to get high off them? I'm just curious. Thank you for that. Why? Why are we licking toads? My dog did that once. My Julie did that. My dog. Thank you for that. Oh my God. Thank you. Yeah, the eyeshadow's crazy tonight. Thank you very much for that, you guys. Oh my God. All of you. Thank you. My dog Julie, which was a wiener dog growing up, she was a little wiener dog. Anyway, she bit me on the nose right here. I pissed her off and she stuck her little teeth right here. I'm lucky she didn't really bite my nose, but she was letting me know. But she accidentally chased a toad and licked the toad and was like frothing at the mouth, like that. And I'm like, DMT from the toad is not, yeah, okay, it's not for getting high, it's for exploring the other world. Yeah, I get it, but you don't need to do that. My whole thing, and it's told chemical, yeah, I know what they say, but DMT, understand, if you are, I know, warts, I'm thinking about that. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's look at that, because I brought up toad licking. Ayahuasca, whatever it is, toad licking and the DMT. Okay, so the DMT obviously is you need a shaman. Yeah, that doesn't make me feel better. The shaman leading me on a experience and helping me in case I overdose, but you really don't need that to get out of your body, and you don't need that to connect with spirit. So why is that a thing? And DMT is what happens when the oh God, itchy. Sorry. DMT is, I'm showing my nails off by itching my nose. There you go. You caught me. DMT is what's released from the spine when we die. Okay. Yeah, it's a deadly, exactly. So it's what's released from the spine. And actually, some of my, this kid, I told you the story before, but this kid that's grandpa ran the Beverly Hills old film studio, whatever. That kid was in his 30s when I met him like 10 years ago, and he literally would be going out doing DMT every freaking weekend. And he could see his umbilical cord shredding. And I'm like, if it shreds all the way off, dumbass, you're dead. So maybe that's what he wanted. Okay. Maybe that's what he wanted. I know everybody, Dimebag Daryl. Yes, I know. And I missed that. But I know it's a form of religious practice. Those are orchids back there. They're beautiful. Thank you, guys. Kraken toads are whack. DMT experience were amazing, except I started getting, yeah. Okay, the DMT experiences are amazing because it's what happens when we shift through dimensions when we die. Okay, so when we separate from the physical body. However, when you open yourself up like that, literally right now, when you open yourself up like that, you are going to have sleep paralysis and other things after, if not tremendous anxiety, because you are opening yourself up to entities that can hypnotoad. Let me hypnotoad you. Sorry, that struck me as funny. What's going to happen is you are allowing entities. We have a whole bunch of pseudo, there are shamans that are real, don't get me wrong, but we have a whole bunch of pseudo psychic, pseudo everybody wants to be psychic, everybody can be psychic. No, not everybody can be that. Everybody can be intuitive, but not everybody can be everything. I can play basketball, but I'm not a basketball player, okay? So sorry, it's a true story. I know, you think I would be a basketball player. I really know. Anyway, you've got to watch that, because the more you open your energy, now, what a way to seduce people. What a way to seduce people to come back in, right? And say, you can be more psychic, get in touch with yourself, open yourself up, you'll be a master. Bullshit. You know how you become a master doing the work? By doing the fucking work, okay? I don't care what anybody says. I don't. You have to do the work. Nobody gets to do it without doing the work. They just don't. However, she's got frog legs and knows how to use them. You have to watch, because they're enticing. Now remember, in this energy field or in this dimension, what better way than to get a human host, meaning a host body, a person's body, than to encourage you, right? Encourage you to do something to open your mind, right? Open your front door, take your undies off, take your undies off. It's a trick. Take your undies off. It's a trick, right? So the trick is you open yourself up energetically, thinking you're on a spiritual mission, which, well, LSD is completely, I mean, the LSD, I love LSD. I'm not going to do it as an adult. Don't get me wrong. But LSD in and of itself was a psych medication used by the Army, Navy, medical, military in order to help with mental illness. I think it would probably produce mental illness, but I don't think, I'm not using LSD to do my readings during the day. I'm not doing that. So if you got to do LSD to be psychic, maybe you should do something else. I don't know. If I have to take steroids to win at my game, maybe I should do something the fuck else, right? I don't know. I know I'm detoxing, but oh, that's another pet peeve. DMT during bad trips. Yeah, I can't do DMT right now. LSD scares me. I'm feeling, well, I don't know. I loved LSD. Loved it. I did it for years. I mean, I did it for years and years and years until I got on a plane to come to Los Angeles. And I know I got on, is that Olivia from Canada? Until I got on a plane to come to Los Angeles. When I came to Los Angeles, that was the last time I did it. So something blocked my last message. Not me. I'm not touching nothing. Yeah, you ate pot. But yeah, you can see I keep getting stuck in the astral. Okay, when you get stuck in the astral, are you smoking weed or you're not going past it? Because the astral level is the direct level outside of where we are. Microdosing, like mushrooms maybe. Well, you guys are going to do whatever you want. Um, they say microdosing can help, this and that. But here's the thing. I know LSD is synthetic. I got it. I totally get the difference between the two. I get the difference between the two. DMT is released from the spine at the point of death. Okay. So I get that. That's more of a natural occurring substance. LSD was manufactured in a lab, and I believe Timothy Leary was in on that one too. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So, yeah. So, I mean, I know Clinton is a troll. Clinton is a bitch. Oh my God, 10 years ago, he's a really troubled life, and he died. Oh my God, I gotta read that. All right. He really tried to die alone. Can you tell me if he's all right and safe? Okay, first of all, we all die alone. I know that sounds really weird. I meditate and I only see one eye. I don't know what to say to that. But we all die alone, okay? We all die alone. So when we die, okay, for example, I got to use my Keithy. When my Keithy died surrounded by people, he's actually leaving this. Oh, there you go. Clinton here is all right. We're talking about the pantsuit wearing Clinton, not this Clinton. Bummer, Clinton, fuck off, okay? I'm not supposed to say that to my fans, because if you're a troll, you're a fan. So peace, bro, and thank you. Oh. I know, but trolls are fans, you know that. Troll, let's see, can someone be called psychic if they can see events? Yeah. Psychic, okay, first of all, was Joan Collins a hooker? I fucking hope not. Wasn't she in her 80s when she died? Yeah, she probably was a hooker around town. A lot of actresses are. It's not uncommon to fuck people to get work. Is it uncommon to fuck people to get work anyway? Isn't that what we do in marriage? Oh my God, shut up, Sloan. So you marry somebody, they make the money, you spread your legs, right? Is that the way it works? Unless you make the money and then they got to do what they got to do. Just saying. It's all prostitution to me. Anything where you have to put out sexually to get something done rather than just the marriage. Oh, marriage is disgusting. Yeah, marriage is disgusting. It's a trap. Anyway, I can't talk about it. Yeah, so don't let me go off on a marriage tangent. All right, so Scotland, and no sex when you both work. Yeah, that's right. Or blowjobs in the car or something like that. Yeah, exactly. But when what the hell was I talking about? Oh my God. Oh yeah. Okay. So if you have to, no, marriage is a trap because once you have kids, yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't believe in it. It's the worst thing possible because if somebody, oh yeah, being psychic. Thank you. All right. Let me go back to that before I go on marriage. You know what I think of marriage. All right. So being psychic, you can't control what and how people's body. There's that eggplant again. There's the eggplant. Why do we got to use food as sex things? Thank you for that. Okay, so here's the thing. As far as being psychic, each person has a body that operates in a particular way. So some people are very, very talkative, right? So their psychic ability comes through clairaudience and eggplants. And some people are very quiet and they feel. Some people are very visual and they see. So your psychic ability comes through the way that your body harnesses energy, okay? Yeah, well, I was definitely harmed by my marriage. I'm just going to say 33 years harmed, and so was he. Ridiculous. So when you're getting psychic ability, if you are able to pick the energy up, okay, pick the energy up while you're awake, you will get it while you're awake. Sometimes they come to us in sleep state, because our body is just more relaxed in sleep state, okay? So we're not thinking of the laundry, the dishes, the this, the that. So Okay, your dying dreams is probably transformation, not dying. So I would say the psychics' bodies receive the information at different times in their life, depending on how they respond to things. Okay, so it can go from being very visual to hearing to feeling, a combination, depending on what you're feeling like, right? So when we talk about psychics, you can't really say, and that was always a pet peeve of mine, these bitches in the psychic community, some very famous ones where they want to regulate psychics. You can't fucking regulate psychics, and I'll tell you why. You can't regulate artists and you can't regulate musicians, and here is why. It's so individual and it's so up to personal take. Yeah, yes, they do that. They do. They've been trying to do it for years. But what it is it's about pimping the psychics out and prostituting their money and siphoning it. My gift comes from God, okay? And my ability comes the way I want it to. You're not going to fucking regulate me. That's why I am a psychic and not a bloody medical doctor. Not that I could be, but I would have chosen a mainstream profession if I wanted the government involved in my ability. I wanted nobody to control me as far as my work. So I picked psychic work, I had an aptitude for it, because you're not going to control me. I can just forget to be psychic, right? Yeah, that's what they wanted to do with it. But my ability comes the way I choose it to come. And no one's going to tell me I have to go do this and regulate it, because it's like saying regulate my breasts or regulate my hands. If I'm a sculptor, regulate my hands. Oh, fuck off with that, right? I mean, no, you're not doing that. So they like to do it because they see that it's a lucrative profession. But real psychics are not going to be making a shit ton of money all the time, because energetically they cannot do it. They can't do it, right? They can't. It's too much. Like, I was talking to Deanna earlier about that. And we just don't answer our phones. People text, they try to bribe for readings, they try to do this, they try to do that. I'm not going to answer. I don't have to, and I don't want to, and neither does she. Because we're bitches. No, I'm kidding. It's because we're bitches. It's because the work is different. It's very draining. And an artist, when they create, they create. They're not going to create on command for you. They're not going to do it. And I'm not going to read that way. So, like, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, and I'm not doing it. That's why I picked my career. And it sounds like childish, but I didn't want to work for the man. I didn't want to do any of that. What I wanted to do, thank you guys, all of you. What I wanted to do was make sure that I could earn a living when I needed to, but not, not do it at the beck and call. And people get, this is happening in my life. I really need a reading now. And I don't dispute that, but that's not my problem all the time. Sometimes I can't handle doing it, and I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to email a message. I'm a psychic. People expect you to be like really professional, and they're like, I'm disappointed in you. And I'm like, do I fucking care? I don't fucking care. Good. Because I'm a psychic. I'm not your medical doctor. Hold on. Well, this is gonna bug me. Okay. I've got to look into that one, the Chula Vista girl. I've got to Google it and look into it before I can even speak on it. I don't get it right now, but I will look into it. Oh, thank you for that. I saw some text go by here. Yeah, probably by the end of June of this year, to the divorce question there. Yes. Oh, those two little boys. Yeah, those two little boys missing. Well, I'm pretty sure they're on the other side. I haven't looked at it because I can't stand when children go missing. It makes me crazy, so I can't stand it. Let's see. So have a baby without a man. No, fuck the man. Get the baby if you want. But why does marriage come with having a baby? You're much better off to cohabitate in two different homes and cohabitate when you want to than get locked into a financial, because if you fuck up, your man, if he makes more money, is going to say, I'll take your kids. You did nothing. I paid the bills. You fucking did nothing. That's what they say. Why let a man talk to you that way? And that's what they say. That is exactly what they say. If you screw up and you have a problem as a woman that stays home with your kids, yes, I'm not saying they shouldn't have two parents. I'm saying you don't have to get in the same house where you have to unbind yourself from in a divorce. That's what I'm saying. You can have two parents. I'm not saying don't make a baby, but what's the marriage for? I don't need your marriage. I mean, like, what is that for? We're taught that we need that. But try to get out of a marriage with small kids when you're a psychic. You'll be fucked with. Or when you don't work. Or when you don't pay the bills and the man pays the mortgage. You know what he'll say? I paid the fucking mortgage. You did nothing. And so they'll bully you and you're not going to want to lose your kids. So you'll stay in a relationship. That's what will happen. So why would you do that? Why not co-parent, fuck each other's brains out, have a happy relationship, right? Love each other, he comes over 4 days a week to this house, you go over 4 days a week to that house. You both have separate residences, but see, we use business. We come into it unequal age, unequal intellect, unequal income. It puts you at a damn disadvantage. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. It's a disadvantage. Women know it. Once you build a life with somebody, you are stuck with them because you have to untangle it financially. And nobody wants to do it. The men will kill their wives sooner than divorce them for their mistresses. And yes, I had this conversation with some of Keith's friends. They were telling me, about people hurting people when they cheat. And I just looked at them, they're young men, and I said, all men cheat, they just cheat at different times. And all women probably cheat, they just cheat at different times. Maybe you're 15, maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you cheat then. Maybe you're in your first marriage, maybe your wife cheats on you, so you go get a mistress. Maybe you justify it because she's doing it, so you did it. And then you turn around and then you marry somebody and they cheat on you. Maybe that happens. I mean, it's just human nature. I don't understand. I cheat on my diet. Me too. And my coffee. But I don't understand why you got to live in the same house all the time and put all your resources together and work that closely in a partnership. You're actually doing a disservice to yourself by trusting somebody like that. You can't trust them. I'm not saying you can't love them with all your heart, but you got to keep things separate and you got to keep control over your kids as much as he has control over his kids because they're both your kids. But I guarantee you, if you get in a marriage and the man pays the money and you're not paying, even if you're paying less and he doesn't deem it valuable, he's going to try to fucking threaten you. And that's what I'm saying. And I am saying that. No, 57% of people going through divorce have this bad an experience. Very few people have a good experience at marriage. And that's the truth. Now, I'm not saying it love, and I'm not picking on you if you have a good marriage, but be serious. You think you're supposed to, just humor me here for a second. So you're supposed to stay married to somebody. Look at the words they pick: love, honor, and obey. First of all, take obey out. I'm not going to obey anybody. No, take that shit out. Love and honor are good things if you love someone, okay? But as soon as one of you stops making money, the other one's going to start hating you. And you know it, and you know it, and you know it, okay? The second thing is, when in the 1900s or 1700s, when they had marriage, right, it is a business for the state because you have to pay a fucking lawyer to get out of it. And the man thinks he's entitled to everything, which is why I get hundreds of calls, every 6 months with men who are hiding their money from the bitches that they marry. These are the women that they had children with, suddenly now a bitch. Of course, dude, you married her, so yeah, obey. Fuck that obey. It's directed at women. The women obey. No, there's that. And when, let's see, Christian practice, if you aren't if you're not equal, and that goes in age, that goes in money, that goes in intellect, and even then, but it's true. Where are you people living in a fairy tale when you're like shocked by this? I don't know who's living. I've not heard anybody. Hey, I have girlfriends. They've been married 20, 30 years. Without a doubt, I hear 9 out of 10 times. I have a few that are married to very nice men that they like, and the men like them, and it's respectful and probably equal. And that's a few. That's a few people. But the rest of them are like, I would never get married again. I fucking hate them, but they're stuck. Money, It's binding. No, it shouldn't be that way. You should have your babies with who you want to. You should live in a house. If it's equal right down the middle, keep two separate bank accounts. Build your life together, but anything you build, split it up 50-50 to begin with if you're going in with that person, and raise your kids. Both of you are entitled to your kids. The husband, just because he thinks he makes more money and pays the mortgage, doesn't make him a fucking better parent. Or the wife who stays home and goes to all the basketball games doesn't make the husband a worse parent because he has to work. But these are the arguments I hear. Well, if you want a husband, go get married. That's perfect. If you want a husband, then do what you want. You'll find out for yourself. Do for yourself. I'm not saying don't get married. Obviously, it's a thing. Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah. I don't know what to say. If you're going to get married, at least wait till after your Saturn returns, so like mid 30s, because if you're before, you're going to change. Nobody at 20 should be getting married. Nobody at 25 should be getting married. Why would you get married at that age? You don't know who you are. Then you're saddled with two kids and you're with somebody that probably sees your weakness, not your good part, like the weak part of you, and wants to take advantage of it. And or you want to take advantage of their weak part. You can't marry somebody. Who do you not have issues with? I'm sorry. I must be crazy. Mm. And by the way, it's good if you love them. Yeah, it's good if you love them. How do you distinguish being with somebody, like if they think what you're doing? Let's see, I was 38. Why should I have no idea if I just missed that. I'm having a baby though. And oh, good. I'm glad you're having a baby. Have the baby. I'm 40 and single. And I would like, well, do it. I'm not saying don't get married. I'm telling you, yeah, if you're in your 30s, I think you can make a more reasonable choice. Okay. Yeah. I had a first marriage for 4 months at 20, and then a second marriage at 23, which lasted. So my first marriage lasted 4 months. My second one, 30 years. And I'm like, yeah, neither one was ideal. One was different than the other, but they're not ideal. 43 and never been married. There you go. I don't see the need for marriage, and it could just be me. It could just be me. Where are these men that make more money? Okay, well, that's it. Well, with the case with me, I was so young. I wasn't going to be making equal money. I was pliable. I was not going to be making the same money as somebody much older than me, right? So it was easy that way. Yeah, not really. But anyway, it was easy. It was easy to target somebody when they're young. They're not making any money. Men have a style, but see, money isn't always the most important thing. I would say, honestly, a work ethic is important. And I would also say sobriety is important, and equal parenting. So somebody that doesn't want to alienate you from your kids because they want to one up you, I would say that that's important as well. Just say no. I think I'm going to wear that. Just say no. 32.54. Yeah, you're the same age as me. Same thing. Couldn't wait to get the hell out. Okay. So anyway, okay. Yeah, well, you've got to be very equal. And I don't think love is not enough, because if you love 4 divorces out there, and Moon and Venus in Aries, well, you're fighting all of them. Moon and Venus in Aries is like, I'll fight you. I married you, I'll fight you. And the partner's like, okay, I'm out of here. There you go. Keithy, love is not enough in any sense of the word. When people say love is enough, they're lying to you, because if you want a man to pay your bills, like the one that said, where's the men with the money, and the men can't pay the bills, then you loving him isn't enough when you're working your ass off 3 jobs. You're not, that's not enough, right? It's not enough. If you marry an addict and you love them, but they're fucking boneheaded and they won't acquiesce to what they've done, not enough. If they beat you, okay, if they beat you in a marriage, to women who love the men that punch them in the face, love is not enough. Period. It's not enough, right? So that's what I would say. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Or if you love in love with an abuser, exactly, or a cheater, or a fucking liar, whatever, or an alcoholic, whatever, it's not enough. Yeah, I don't know. Love is not enough. I got married at 30 and it's been good. Good. See, we got some good ones. We got some good ones. um, I just think I don't think the government should be fucking documenting who's married to who when that's a scam to pay bills and why I got to get a lawyer to get out of a marriage. But you know why you got to get a lawyer to get out of a marriage? How many times do I hear my men clients say, well, I've got money offshore and that bitch, she married me. She's a hoe. It's always like, she's a hoe. Well, dude, you married her. So you're Sloan, can you name my baby? Oh God, no, you name your baby. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And if somebody has to keep throwing your faults in your face, I know, Keithy, I want Keithy to come back soon. If somebody throws your faults in your face, you shouldn't be with them because they don't really like you. So if they tell you, you suck, you did this, you did that, and they keep throwing it in your face, they don't like you. So no matter what, they don't like you. They don't like you. So there you go. That's what I'm going to say. Yes, name her baby. No, yeah, they just throw all the faults. It's like, oh, well, you were the perfect one. Pardon me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I don't think, honest to God, I'll tell you the truth. I'm a very masculine girl, so I don't think I need a man doing anything for me, really. One thing, but not really even that. We have, anyway, yeah, I think I'm too strong-willed. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I love it when they call out faults. You were a piece of shit. You did this 45 years ago. Oh my God, remember when you did this? And the best thing, I just need an eggplant. Exactly. The best thing is when they blame you for shit that their first wife did. And you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's the same shit that they told you that the first wife did, right? Or the second wife did. And they blame you. Yeah, I don't know. I just shut up is all I can say. Oh my God, right? You're like, what? I don't like my husband and he knows it. Yeah, that's a thing too. You can love them, but you don't like them because, yeah, never at fault. Never. It's always somebody else's fault. Always. Always. And me personally, I can only apologize for being alive for so long. That's all I can do. I've apologized for Vietnam, even though I wasn't born. I've apologized basically for every rotten thing in society. Nothing else I can do. It's like, get over it, dude. You're responsible for some too. I know I know when they get the X's mixed up, it's like, you did this. You left the kids outside of school. No, prick, that was your first wife. You told me that on the first date. No. People do this shit all the time, right? I mean, it's terrible. I hear it all day long. I hear it all day long. You can be madly in love with somebody and you can have the best relationship with them. I don't know that the government needs to actually be involved in that. And have you noticed in this country, have you noticed that you need lawyers for absolutely fucking everything? Like you can't get anything unless you have the approval of a lawyer or approval of this. You need the lawyer. You need to do it this way. No, I don't need to do it that way. I'm autonomous. If I had a car accident, I should be able to get the information, all of it, without hiring a lawyer. But no, you have to hire a lawyer. Every man is so perfect. Oh God, right? Yeah, I know, right? When I know I'm not a 21-year-old moron anymore. Oh, and by the way, I pay my own bills, so I don't really care what you say. I love it when they try to say, well, people think this about you. It's like, really? Who are these fucking people and when are they paying my bills? Yeah. No, they're not paying my bills and I don't care what the people say and the people can kiss my ass. I pay my own bills and do my own shit. So fuck off. Exactly. That's it. Yeah, I know. No one cares. Exactly. That's exactly right. I'm laughing. I can file my own paperwork. Yes, you can do that, but to go into court, To go into court, sometimes they love to say hurtful things, especially, yeah. They do love to say that. But here's the thing, as long as I have a vagina, I have more power because I'm the one that created you. Because you're the man, you don't have a vagina. So I'm just saying. Just saying. Sorry, it's true. We create people. Let's see. Why you wait, I didn't see that. Mm. I know somebody that's married 47 years. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, legal marriage is too much. Too much, too much. No desire to get married. Woody Allen, I'd fucking stab him in his sleep. What are you talking about? Woody Allen. Okay, Woody Allen. So Woody Allen is as ugly as sin. Ugly. And he's ugly like that because he's ugly on the inside. It's not just his face. Like sometimes people are born, even if they aren't what we consider attractive, they have a niceness to them. He does not have that. He is immature. He is infantile. He's disgusting to look at. I just hate his guts. So when I see him, he's he had a relationship with Mia Farrow. As you know, he had kids with her, and then he adopted kids. And then he thought he would marry her adopted kid with Andre Previn, whatever his name is. Anyway, Soon Yi. So she is captured by her father, her daddy. So she's been fucking daddy all these years, which I'm not saying that we don't all do when we have daddy issues, but she's literally fucking the guy that was with her mom when she was a young person. Therefore, he had he groomed her. He groomed her. He manipulated her. And now she's got Stockholm syndrome and keeps defending the ugly bastard. Oh, and they got 2 little Asian babies, which she didn't have. They adopted them. Now, what's that about? So, Woody, my friend, why can't you get your dick hard and make your wife pregnant? Just asking. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Why'd they got to adopt their babies? Oh, I know what they do. I know all about what that is. Thank you for that, you guys. But yeah, I've got Venus in Cancer too. Exactly. Gonna marry your grandpa with that one. Yeah, I know he's grooming the other ones. I know. Woody Allen, and by the way, his movies, I never liked his movies. They kept saying he's a genius. I'm like, he's a fucking asshole. He's an asshole. That's what he is. He is. He's wrong. He's completely wrong. And Mia Farrow should have had him, prosecuted. Yeah, he's a pedophile, big time. I mean, and people still frequent his movies. They're like, you need to separate. I've actually had this said to me. You need to separate the art from his personal life. No, this isn't like he got a speeding ticket or, he fell down the stairs drunk. This is like he took the little girl that was like 8 or 6, 8, we'll say, with Mia Farrow's ex-husband. That girl was with Mia Farrow. He comes over and he's sleeping with Mia Farrow, apparently. I mean, is he really? And what's wrong with her? But anyway, he's doing that. And then he thinks, you know what? I think I'll marry her because I've controlled her. And she's now a slave. Oh, and by the way, she's an Asian slave. Okay. So she submitted to him. Hi, Bobby in Texas. Thank you for that. So that's a real problem. To me, that's a real problem. He's repugnant and repulsive. And then, yes, but then his daughter, Dylan, I mean, they blast her all over the place. And it's like, well, listen, little Soon Yi, since Soon Yi, and by the way, it's really interesting because the way Mia Farrow described it is she described Soon Yi as climbing up over her head looking for stability, which was interesting because it's almost like she was blaming her for it, but she's still a child, and Woody Allen was supposed to know better. He's the adult. I know better. If a young kid, like, seriously, I had, well, Jason and Keith growing up, there's no way in fucking hell if their friends tried to pick me up, I would do it. No, you're my fucking son's friends. No, who does that? And then if I dated a man with a kid, which I did, I would never. Why would you break that relationship up and cause such a rift You're causing such horrific injustice between two people. Oh, I know it's called boundaries. Yeah, you're right about that. You're causing such a rift. It's unfathomable that he would choose to do that. It's so well. Obviously, Frank Sinatra's the dad of Rowan Farrow. You don't think Woody Allen produced that face, do you? I mean, seriously, you've seen Woody Allen's face. I don't have my other phone here. Shoot. I was going to say, let's just pull up Rowan's face and then Ronan, sorry, I call him Rowan. Ronan, let's pull up his face and let's pull up Frank and let's pull up Woody. We seriously know that that's not Woody's kid. I mean, Woody Allen is hideously atrocious looking because he's evil. That's the problem. He's so wrong. And people still are like, it's Woody Allen. No, he's a bastard. Yeah, he's disgusting. He has a troll face, doesn't he? He has a typical old, disgusting white guy face. That's what he has. Disgusting. New York white guy face. Somebody who hasn't done a day of exercise, thinks he's a fucking mental genius. One of those. There. Wait, Oman is, oh God, now I just missed that one. Yeah, he's a troll. He's a bitch and a troll. And he's immature and he probably can't even get it up. That's why he has to go after little kids because mentally he can't even do it. So like a grown woman's going to laugh at him. Probably doesn't even have, whatever. None of my business. Can't go there. I'm sorry, that's funny. Yeah, they are horrible people. Pedo glasses. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't. I went on a Woody Allen tangent now. I'm like, oh my God. But you see, even Ronan, when you look at him, there's something very satanic in the eyes. There's something very, very satanic. That's terrible. Well, Diane Keaton, what is she, a man dressed up as a woman? I mean, Diane Keaton, why is that woman even an actress? Oh, I know, Annie Hall. Not even funny. She was Woody Allen's muse or handler. Oh, Roman Polanski, that fucking idiot. Yeah, he looks like Bernie Sanders, doesn't he? Yeah, but I'm thinking Ronan Farrow, when you look in his eyes, they're dead. So I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, Woody Allen is gross, but Ronan, look in his eyes. Look in his look in his eyes. Actually, you can start seeing it. Look in his eyes. Yeah, so just look. She's still a loyal friend. You're not a loyal, you can love Woody Allen, but still speak out against what he does. You can support him, but to be in denial about who your friend is a real problem. If your friend's a piece of shit, say, I love my friend and I'm going to support him, but what he did is wrong. That's actually that's unconditional love in a very realistic way. So, of course he's Frank's Bobby. You know he's not Woody Allen's kid. Anything that Woody Allen has that shows up like a man, either is going to look like, Mia or, I mean, he's disgusting. His humor is infantile and he's a big, stupid blah, 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 big, stupid person. I was going to say doofus and I almost said something else. Anyway, he's horrible. So when you're looking at, let's see, super scary eyes. Oh yeah, Jared Kushner has the same eyes as Ronan Farrow. Mia said Sinatra had a vasectomy. Okay, that is not Woody Allen's baby. Just be serious. Be serious. Look at Woody Allen. Look at Woody Allen and look at Frank Sinatra. Then look at their son. And you tell me whose baby that is. It cannot be Woody Allen's baby. It doesn't look, the baby, Ronan, doesn't look fully like his mother either. It's impossible. So, yes, he looks just like Sinatra, obviously. But here's the thing. Jared Kushner, very good point. When you look at Jared, yes, there you go. When you look at Jared Kushner's face, that look, which by the way, incidentally, Nicole Kidman has, but that look, okay? The look in their eyes, Ronan Farrow has it, Jared has it, Nicole Kidman has it. That's what you call the Luciferian cult club member look. That's what you're seeing. Luciferian cult club member. The skin is pulled really tight and the look is like, it's extremely demonic because there's nothing there. You can read eyes. That's the only thing you can really, really read. I loved Frank Sinatra, but now I don't like him. Yeah, overly Botoxed. All of them look like that, right? No, they can't hide. Trump's daughter's husband, what do you call son-in-law? You can feel the intentions. Oh, Kardashians, definitely. Anderson Cooper as well. Well, you know that. Girl, you know Anderson Cooper as well. Biden has whatever is wrong with him. I don't think those men have had plastic surgery. I think they're bred that way. So I'm going to use the word, I feel like they're bred that way. I feel like it's a breeding thing. It's an energetic thing. It's a frequency, and they are vibrating. And once you see it in the eyes, you see it in the eyes. There's no unseeing it. I didn't notice it with Frank Sinatra. I liked him. But come to think of it, let's look at Sinatra's life. So Sinatra's life, he can sing, but I'm sure there's a bunch of other people that can sing like him too, right? Jeffree Star, definitely. Definitely. I mean, what is Jeffree Star but like, a fancy man's hoe? That's what I'm hearing all over. People keep emailing me about this guy. No, well, they say Sinatra's mom was a pioneer, but let's look at this a little bit, okay? Let's look at it from the sense of she was performing abortions in their basement, but let's look at the blood cult and the abortions and what happens within the blood cult. So if Sinatra's mom was one of those women that those men in town could take their mistresses to or their daughters to when they knocked their daughters up because these fucking people do this shit, then she could abort and it would all go underground and then they would pay Sinatra back, right? So if I do you a favor, you do me a favor, right? Right. I know breeders. Well, look at John of God, right? John of God. And look at breeders. That's exactly right. Mike Pence looks like another one of them. Mike Pence looks like another one. He looks like another one. Like when I see him, it's something with their skin. It's this creepy fucking skin and these eyes and the way that they look. But Sinatra's mom and the abortion, understand, they need when just before Keith died, he was a organ donor, but he was an organ donor and he changed his mind. So they didn't ask us at the time. Like I had the body cremated, no organs taken, but he changed his mind. I'm not doing that. And he was a good person. Like he did organ donation, like I did organ donation. And he's like, I'm not doing that. And he even told Jason that. So yeah, no. Jennifer Aniston is just, I don't know what to say. Of course Sinatra is. Jeffree Star seems like it. Jeffree Star seems like an elitist prostitute. Seems like a, okay, forgive me. I'm probably going to get kicked right off the internet for this one. He seems like a tranny prostitute that runs the streets and then got a little bit of success behind him because he probably blackmailed people on his way up. And so whoever he slept with, whoever had a predilection for men that look like women, like we'll just say Charlie Sheen, but men that look like women that look like whatever. Anyway, so he was able to sleep with some of them and then he was able to get favors. And then as a result, he gets where he's going. That's usually how it works. It's usually how it works. But I also feel like he was bred to do that, but he had to go through, the initial parts. I couldn't understand how he had makeup in the stores. John Travolta, he just looks like just whatever that bloating is in his face. I just want to punch him in the face for it. John Revolting. Yeah. I mean, I remember when he couldn't, of course he's gay. He's gay. They've printed him making out with men. If he's not gay, then he's sure acting gay. Okay. Do I know 100% his heart? No. But they've posted pictures. Okay. Remember when they used to say the Inquirer was full of shit? Well, then how did you get John Travolta making out with his nurse the day that his son died? Because the nurse was making out with John Travolta and they had the pictures. But hey, who am I to say he's not gay? Don't know. I know all about him. I had a friend that worked on a movie with him, Michael, the movie Michael, and she told me they had to keep hiring the crew. Okay, rehiring the construction crew because he was trying to always, whatever, get his dick sucked, suck their dick, whatever it was. And so I thought the same thing. Yeah, well, Kelly Preston knew all about it, and I must say, unfortunately for Kelly Preston, her choice in men, Charlie Sheen, who apparently shot her in the shoulder, and then John Travolta, I wonder how she's doing on the other side. I haven't picked up on her energy, but it's interesting that she died from something that she never mentioned she had, and so there you go. But see, she probably died because, if it's cancer, I mean, her son died, so I can see the grief and the guilt of that causing you to die of something. Honest to God, I really can. I can really see that. Because my Keithy died, and you ruminate on it day in and day out, so she must have done the same as a mother. So I don't envy that for her, and I'm thinking, yeah. I'm sure they did murder her because those people do that because it's all about money. And the fact that her husband isn't telling the truth is annoying. And her children are brainwashed and her son is dead. Her son is dead because, yeah, I know, right? Her son is dead because he had autism is really what they're trying to say. And he had seizures. Now, Madonna's daughter, I saw a picture of her. And if that ain't a man, I don't know what is. Oh my God, shut up, shut up. She looks very much like her father in limbs and lean and all of that. I'm talking about Madonna's daughter. She does pose with hairy armpits, and I do appreciate that because, why should we have to fucking wax and shave all day? I'm just saying. Yeah, Madonna's very scary to me, and people still feel like Madonna, I don't know. Phil Spector was a complete demon. Okay. Yeah, Madonna's dead. Like, I can't. Here's the problem. And see, when I'm talking about it, I seem crazy. But again, I'm a psychic. So I didn't pick a career where I would have credibility. And that's the truth. I picked something where I could do my work and float in between so I could kind of gracefully get out of it without committing to it. If I was in a career where I was a lawyer, I'd be disbarred. If I was in a career where I was a doctor, I can't do either of those things. But let's just say I did it, or an engineer, I would lose my job if I started speaking the way I feel the world is. So if I'm psychic, they can brush it off to me being crazy, and then I'm out of their face. And that's really how I thought about it. Why be legitimate in this society when they want to punish you with taking your money away, which is what they are, doing with people, right? But here's the problem with somebody like Madonna. I remember her when she was 16. She's older than me, obviously, or not obviously, she is older than me. But Madonna, I remember her when she said she wants to rule the world. Okay, so that's great. She's got an ego. She's a Leo. I totally get it. But when she started chanting and praying and doing her stuff to conjure up entities into the physical home, okay, which no one talks about in religion. Nobody talks about anything, right, about this. They just say there's earth and then there's heaven. Well, there's a whole hell of a lot else, right? So a lot of that stuff goes on. But with Madonna, over the years, she allowed her body. There's a certain way of dancing that you can do, which is very much like you see the voodoo dancers do, where they have a certain way of moving, and it's the flow energetically of that, along with the beats around them. So we'll say the drum beat or the vibrational beat of the people around them. So when they start doing that, they open themselves up. That is the point of it. That's the point of what they're doing. Okay. So they conjure, which means to invoke or bring about something of purpose. So yes, transfer manifestation, but understand, anytime you're trying to manifest anything, it's greed on your part. Like, you have a purpose, so really the way to manifest is to say, God, show me my purpose, and then to follow your purpose, not to say, I want 14 Mercedes Benz and I want this and I want that and da da da, whatever. So they are conjuring. A lot of the women who do the conjuring allow the demonic entities, whatever they are, call them spirit manifestations. They allow them into their physical presence and into their bodies and into them. Well, once you open yourself up enough and let them in and let them in and let them in, right? How do you stop them from coming back in? Like, okay, just let's go back to the 1950s. In the 1950s, there were very few homeless people living on the streets of Los Angeles. There are probably some. I wasn't here. I hadn't been bound down here yet for my prison sentence here. Wasn't born, wasn't here. But so let's say they had a few people homeless on the streets. Now we let it happen and it's all over the streets. And how are we going to stop that? We are not going to stop that. There's too many of it and it's overpowering. The same thing happens when you let them into your body. You're letting a homeless spirit, entity, whatever, into your physical house, your body. And sometimes it coexists with you. Sometimes it shoves you out. But if you do it enough, it's going to come into the physical and you're not going to be able to stop it. So when you're looking at someone like Madonna, what you're seeing is somebody who is literally overtaken. She can't get herself back. She's been thrown out of her body. She's not in there. I don't care what you say. She's not in there. You can see it. She's not in there. But she's not there. She's demonic. This is what she is. So she's here to cause chaos. When they start causing chaos, when they start doing, whatever it is they're doing, okay? When they start doing that, that's chaotic. There's no need to live. She is trapped, but Madonna is trapped on the outside. Madonna, see, they're tricked. Remember, the devil tricks. That's the trick. Why are you going to spend a lifetime away from God unless you really think you're going to get what you get? And so if you think you're going to get what you get, you literally have to believe that it's better than what you have now or what you could ever have. And that's the trick, because it isn't. You spend the existence of hell is to step away from God. So it's over there, right? You're over there. Madonna's out of her physical. She can't even control herself. She's trying to get back in and can't even do it. It's a trick. And they cage them out there. I have to do my video on Brittany. There's a lot of that I speak about in that video that I was getting when I was talking to her. I filmed the video once, but I didn't like the way my hair looked. So I have to refilm it because I am a Leo and I have to have my hair a certain way. And I shaved here and I covered my little cowlick like Keithy had it. So I got the same little cowlicks as Keithy. So what happens is they end up allowing their home. If I let you guys, 3 of you guys, come over here, live with me, not pay rent, shower, use the water, eat my food, and I didn't hold you accountable, how am I going to get rid of you once you're in here, right? So squatters' rights. So when you open your body up, that's what's happening. So Madonna's like that. Gaga's like that. People hate it when I say that. They fucking hate me for saying it. Please explain to me. Well, it doesn't matter. You know what you know when you see it. So I know what I know when I see it. When I see it. But I can't explain it. I can just see it. And sometimes I don't see it until it's too late. But understand, we coexist with them, but they don't have more rights than us. They don't have more rights than us. You can tell when they're gone, when they start going when they start causing chaos, because any normal person, well, see, but here's the problem. They are driven mentally ill. This is why they watch Charlie Sheen's rants. They are the best rants on the planet Earth. They are fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic, okay? His rants are absolutely spectacular in their absurdity. However, watch him. Watch him go in and out of consciousness and watch the shell of the man that's left behind. They're going to blame it on drugs, but he also let demonic forces in him. But he's a child of that. So he came from tiger's blood. He came from, he came from, I know Kanye has the best rants. What you're seeing with Kanye is he's a strong one. You're seeing his soul push back in and speak, and then the demon, boom, slap him, and out he goes again, usually to the mental hospital, where they do the electric shock on him or they medicate the shit out of him so that he can't speak. So that's what happens. That's what happens. So, yeah, so it's, there's everything around us. People have to be very careful. People have to be very careful. You have to be careful. You can see it in people, but they're willing to sell themselves for a little money. They're willing to sell themselves. Rihanna's completely out of it. They're willing to sell themselves. It's not that you can't deal with them. You can deal with them. You're going to deal with them because God puts his people beside Lucifer's people right there, or the beast system. Call it the beast system. Call it the blood cult. Call it whatever you want. Whatever it is, but God puts his people here. Just like you can walk in a bad neighborhood and you're a good person, but maybe you've got business in the bad neighborhood. Okay. So your business is in that neighborhood. So you're there and they're there. No one's better than anybody. These are different life paths, but they certainly are not better than us. And they certainly, Mick Jagger, for God's sakes, of course, come on. How many people have died from red scarves around Mick Jagger in his life? It's sad that they make that decision. It's really sad. And it's sad for people like Amanda Bynes and Brittany. I never say her name right. And Brittany, because they're born into families that do this, okay? They're born into it. So think about it. If you're born Catholic and you practice Catholicism, you're not thinking there's anything fucking wrong with you. You're thinking, I'm swearing again. You're thinking that you are Catholic and practicing Catholicism. So you're assuming that that's a good thing because you're doing it. You're not looking at them and going, well, my religion's crazy, because your family's doing it. Everybody you know is doing it in your community of people who do that. So it's the same with them. So I feel sorry for the kids because they grow up in it. They don't know different. If you don't know different, then you're told to be quiet about it because you'll be persecuted, kind of like witches and psychics at the turn of the century, but you get the point. Okay, for the 400th time with my site, I'm not taking readings right now. I put it up on the main reading page. If you click on the amount of time for the reading, maybe it's not up there, but I'm going to have to put it in big red letters. I'm not taking readings right now. That's why you can't book, because I took my calendar down. I blocked it out. I'm not busy. Nobody's got me booked. I'm not reading anybody. Okay, so that's not why I'm doing it. I'm not so busy. So it's not that you can go to other places and get readings. Equally as good. But when you're looking at the energy of people, right? When you're looking at their energy, you want to look at their eyes and you want to look at how you feel like that, okay? Around them, you want to look at how you feel. Yes, I did readings for 38 years, 38, 35, 36, 37. 37 years. I did readings up until 3 years ago, face to face, day in and day out, 4 years. So yes, I did readings. That's all I've done is readings. Readings, and more readings. And when Keith died, I don't want to do readings right now. That's all I'm saying. My son dies, I just don't want to do it right now. I just want to be free. And I haven't rested a moment since Keithy died because there's a lot of shit that you have to do. And if I have to do some readings, then I do some, but it's usually the people I know, or it's the astrology chart ones or whatever. So yeah, but people get really mad. They're like, I want you to do a reading. I'm like, well, I want a Porsche, but that's not going to happen either. So I'm annoying. So yeah, so there's that. But And anybody I recommend is already overwhelmed with a shit ton of readings. So yeah, we can only do so much. You can only, I know some psychics do them, do them, do them. I'm not that person. I just do enough to make enough to live, and then I'm done, and then I am free time. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, I was going to say something else too about that. You have to look at their eyes, and you have to look. I know humans are weird, aren't they? So you have to look at what people look like and how they respond, but don't assume because you're Catholic, Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, whatever other religion, that other people are like you, because they're not. We're taught to think that. We're taught to think that because you're a good person, they're a good person. But that's not true. That's just not true. It's truly not true. So we are taught different lines and different strands of thinking, and it's a problem because it's not true. We're not taught the truth. We're also not taught the truth about the dimensions. We're not taught the truth about how to leave one's body. We're not taught. Yeah, but see, when Rihanna does all those voodoo ceremonies, she thinks she's being all that. Rihanna. Well, when you know how they get where they get, why do you want to be where they are? You don't want to be where they are because it takes you away from your creative source. It may give you fame on the side, like all those gangsters with their cigars and their, blah, blah, blah. But it's not really where you want to be, because it's away from God and it's separate. And they whine out there. They think that they're out there in these places. They're not out there. They're not out there. Yeah, it's really unusual what they do. It really is unusual. So they're running exactly. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. I would much rather, it's an illusion. Yes. Wait, my son's name is Keanu. That's cute. It's not worth it. And I don't know, like, if people, everybody wants money to buy shit, right? But at a certain point, when you look at somebody like, thank you for that, all of you guys, when you look at money, you're looking at, what's his name? Bug-eyed Bezos. I'm terrible. I just have my nicknames for these people. When you look at him, and he's now the richest man in the world, I mean, seriously, you with your money, the queen with her money, Branson with his money, why are there starving children on the planet? What is that about? No, mentoring somebody would be too much work for me to do. I'd have to focus on it. That's my problem right now. I just don't want to focus on it. So yeah, I'm mentoring in my videos, and if that's the way I would do it. But what I would say is, they have billions of dollars, and we're still struggling with homeless, starving children, missing children, all kinds of freaking children, and it's disgusting. But we're supposed to kiss their asses because they have money. When you understand the currency of money and the lack of spiritual connection to it, when you see what they don't do with their money. Now, they say they have a lot of, philanthropic things, like, Billy Gates, little Willie Gates, that guy, Kill Gates. He's like, I donate money here and there. I donate money, blah, blah, blah. But what he does is he donates to people that give him back. So it's graph. It's like, I'll give you 50 million and you give me whatever. Now, little Willie Gates with the little wee Willie. Okay, Willie Gates, the wee tyke. That guy wants to make the fake meat. Ugh. Why? I just listened to something. Okay, I just listened to something. And he's like, we all need to stop eating meat because of the, greenhouse effects, blah, blah, blah. First of all, bitch, you don't tell me what to eat. You don't tell me what to eat. Don't tell me what to eat. Why are we listening to him? Who died and left him on our TV? Why? He's little Willie Gay. I know who he is. I know. But why do people think that he has any validity? How does he have validity? Because he has a company and he put money into it that his father gave him? I don't understand. I don't get it. They made up a whole story. He's not a doctor. He's not a farmer. He's a fucking moron. And he always smirks when he's talking. So he's always talking. He's like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. The young ones have to do it. We don't have to do anything. So until we fight, and we are going to have to fight. I hate to say it, but we are going to have to fight. I mean, Fuccini has said another year with the masks on. How do y'all feel about that? Does it really seem like an illness to you? Really? Really? Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Why is Fuccini saying that? Why is he saying that? Why is that guy saying that with his little fucked up look on his face? Why is he saying that? 2 weeks for a mask, make the curb stop or break the curb or bend the curb or whatever the hell he was saying, right? Okay. Why is it now going to go on 3 years at the end of it? I don't subscribe to that. You need to tell me why I need to do that. And I'm not listening to you because you're not my God and you're not my authority. So we have a problem because there's so many people that think that because they show up on TV, they're legitimate, or because they have doctorate in, whatever, or because they're billionaires, they're credible. They're snake oil salesmen is what they are. And yeah, it's ridiculous. It's wrong. It's, I don't know what to say, but it's literally wrong. Money do anything. It means that you probably murdered, raped, and pillaged through society to get your money is what that means. So let's see. Oh, like those saline jackets. Yeah, I know. Well, a friend of mine, I won't say their name, but a friend of mine lives in an apartment building where there's a lot of elderly people, and they keep knocking on her door, the vagina is ready, the VAX is ready, and she's already told them twice, I'm not taking it, and they keep going, well, so-and-so had it. She's like, yeah, they're home, they're fine. So they're trying to bully people. So people have to be prepared. You can't just give in because they tell you something. It's ridiculous. And when I see those commercials with people going, it's the new normal. No, it's not the new normal. Nowhere on planet Earth is it the new normal. It's not the new normal. Stop with the new normal. It's not normal. Okay? And it's also not normal, half the shit that goes on in our society, just so we're very fucking clear on that. Not normal. Not normal. Not normal. So that's what I'm going to say. Not normal. Yeah. I think it's just weird. It's the new normal. It's not the new normal. There is no new normal. New normal would be like, what would new normal be? If people took care of their health, we could call that a new normal, but I don't like to lump anybody in with it. There's all different levels of growth. There's all different levels of, oh yeah, chest feeding. Did you hear that one? Did you hear that one? It's not breastfeeding because we might offend the lesbians, the gays, or the trannies that have the babies. It's chest feeding. No, motherfuckers, it's breastfeeding because that's where the milk comes from. You can't duplicate it because God put the milk in the women's boobies, and then we are the ones that feed the babies. You cannot, I'm serious, they call it chest feeding, right? Chest feeding, it's breast. They want to erase women constantly. I had boobs and both my boys suckled. I called them sucklings when they were little. I'm like, look at the baby, especially Jason. Oh God, he's going to kill me for saying that. But he was a baby suckling and he loved his binky too. But they breastfed and I did the whole breastfeeding things. It wasn't a chest. John had a chest. I have breasts and the babies ate off of my body. Period. Period. It's not chest. I do not respect that. It's not chest feeding. It's boob milk. Okay? And by the way, when you're drinking goat's milk, it's off of a mommy goat and her boobs. It's not the man goat and his chest. When you're drinking cow's milk, it's coming from, this is why I can't eat ice cream, because I start thinking of the cow's boobs and then I'm eating their boob milk and then I start to like gag. But then I love ice cream. Yeah, you breastfed too, Bobby. Me too. I breastfed and then I breastfed. It wasn't chest fed. They lived on my boobs. That's what they lived. I mean, that's what they did. Seriously, you know how they go like that. They live on the boobies. So yeah, and if I literally think about it and somebody tells me, well, I don't identify as, breasts, I'm like, then you're crazy because try to suckle on a man's boob. Nothing's coming out. I don't care what the man says. I don't care what the government says. Nothing's coming out. Nothing. Yeah, they are trying to erase women. They're trying to erase us all. Females. They don't want females doing anything. They don't want us in our power at all in any way whatsoever. At all. At all. We're still, they have women representatives and they're idiots. Like they look crazy out there. They make us look crazy. What's that one? AOC. Have you heard that crazy one? Her. Crazy. That's who we have. That's who we're supposed to look up to. Or actually on the man side, we got, AOC. Batshit crazy. And we got Cuomo over there in New York. And like he's supposed to win an Emmy. Don't watch the Emmys. Everybody boycott the Emmys, boycott the Oscars, boycott. The AOC is insane. She wasn't there. Whatever she's saying is just like cockamamie. I've never heard such. What is she talking about? Does she think that that's going to go over? Oh, I was there. Yeah, you were there down the street is where you were there. I was there too. Through the TV set down the street, Oh my God. I know, right? What? I don't get it. Who is that woman? Who is that woman? I don't know. I don't know who she is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Ghislaine, but we don't see. She gets arrested for that. She's got the black book, and we don't hear any of it. They just shut it down, and then people are like, not going to do it. We should be knowing what that is. Yeah, I'm not watching anything ever again. Ghislaine. Ricky Gervais. Yeah, Ricky Gervais is one of them too, though, when you look at him. He really is. Lady Gaga, Ghislaine. I know. Where is Ghislaine? What did they do? Murder her? Take her out of prison? Where is she? I have no idea. I haven't looked into it. Yeah. If I hear anybody talking about me and my partner, we breastfed. No, you didn't. Putting milk in a pretend breast and having the baby suckle it is like psychotic, okay? Get a wet nurse. Get a real woman with boob milk and feed your baby. Or shut up. I can't. I just can't. I've had enough. I can't. I cannot. Okay, so this weekend, I cannot do it. I cannot. No. Get a wet nurse. And then here's the weird thing with wet nurses. Did you guys ever think of this? Because I did think of this. Okay, so apparently white people hate dark-skinned people. This has like been going on in our society, right? So when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to tan. So I would look at people tan and get dark and dark and dark. And I'm like, but I would hear some of them say racist things. And I'm like, so why are you tanning? Like, why are you tanning if you don't like people with darker skin? Why are you tanning? Like, that flipped me out. I was like, that's crazy. And then when you're thinking of wet nurses, so let me get this right. White people in Alabama, the 1950s, you don't like people of color in Alabama or the South in the 1950s and 60s, but you will hire a person of color, female with boobs and milk, to feed your babies. What are you doing? Thank you so much for that, you guys. Exactly. But you should be proud. We should all be proud. But what I'm saying is, what is wrong with our country when we actually look at it? Okay, look at it. Go back at what happened to the people of color. And I'm just saying of color because I don't know if it's all black people or it could be Hispanic people or it could be Asian people. I don't know who got what. But in the South, it's probably black people. So they've got the KKK. They've got all of that. But they have these people feeding their children and they still don't defend them. But they're feeding their most prized possession. There's a disconnect there. There's some kind of a crazy disconnect there. Like it's yeah. Tanning is not good for you. That's another crock of shit. If I'm going to have a woman feed my child and be a wet nurse, because that's what they were, wet nurses, right? So I'm going to have to like her and I'm going to have to embrace her, and therefore I'm going to fight for her rights to be whatever. I'm going to fight for her rights in society because she's feeding my best possession, my baby. Like, why wouldn't you do that? I don't get it. It's so wrong. I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. But they don't treat the people that they hand their babies over to. That's what I'm saying. If your baby is really the only thing that matters on the planet. You're giving your baby to a person that you don't defend, you think is not good. What are you doing? You don't let them use the bathrooms. You don't let them, remember that? Different water fountains? Different water fountains. Personally, nobody should be drinking out of a water fountain because there's all kinds of cooties from everybody. Just saying. So I don't understand it. And you're right. It's the Handmaid's Tale again. It's the Handmaid's Tale. They had these women, the husbands have, the Handmaid's Tale is so fucking disturbing to me. So disturbing. They had these men, the men. So the wives are there, but they're basically, now, correct me if I'm wrong, little Willie Gates, with the wee Willie, the wee lad. Anyway, the wee lad, the wee lad. Wee Willie Gates. Anyway, look at the Handmaid's Tale. Those women, thank you for that, everybody, for the super chats. The Handmaid's Tale, the housewife women, the women married to the men, whatever the women of that Handmaid's Tale, they couldn't have babies because what they were eating for a long time was causing them sterility or infertility issues, right? So they were infertile. So the women coming from different neighborhoods, more poverty maybe, they had uteruses that worked, right? Thank you for that. Thank you so much. They had uteruses that worked and were not infertile. So they were a commodity because they probably didn't eat the shitty food or they lived on farms. They didn't live in the city. I don't really know where they came from, but wherever. So they became sex slaves to these men. Thank you for that. Yeah, Margaret Atwood seems quite... Margaret Atwood looks like a man. I mean, I'm wondering if she's an inversion. Thank you for that. Wait, Jen's just disappeared. Oh, thank you, you guys. And Jen, I saw you go by over there. No, the Handmaid's Tale is happening. Remember the infertility? Remember it? They stole the children in the Handmaid's Tale. They stole the children. Like, don't steal my children. Don't steal my babies. They stole the children, and then they took the wives that had the children, or the babies that had the children, the people, the women, the ones with the chests, the breasts, them. And then they held them hostage while these men had this weird sex with them. I was like, and then if you watch The Handmaid's Tale going down, like if you went to the White House in The Handmaid's Tale, remember they stitched up the mouth? That would happen to me. They did all kinds of things. They did all kinds of things to them. And and Margaret Atwood is interesting because if you look at her, really Google her and take a look at her. And I'm not even being mean, but we have been taught that certain people are women, and those are not women. Okay, I'll stop. Nobody is born, look at her. Really take a look at her. Look at her body. Look at her face. Look at everything. I'm talking about the writer of The Handmaid's Tale. And ask yourself if there's inversion going on there. It's just a thought. Yes, exactly. Michael too. There's an inversion. Okay, so this is completely inverted. It's a complete inversion, completely. So yeah, very good people. Like she is saying, yes, read her book. Yes, Google her, but Google her and look at her. I'm not being mean. It's not even a mean thing. She kind of looks like how some of those men look like when they're in drag. Who's in charge of the health thing now in our government, right? Who is that? The first transgender, I forget what department it's over. Anyway, that woman looks like Margaret Atwood. So I'm assuming that there's some kind of inversion Like Julia Child, was she really a woman? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Julia Child with that voice, isn't that like a play on what a woman is? Like a weird looking woman, whatever. Was cute. Barbara Bush was cute. Was she now? Google with Barbara Bush. Did Julia Child had a chromosomal issue, did she? Is that what we're calling it? Are we? Okay. No, Julia Child's voice made me insane. Um, she saves the juices. Yeah, Julie was super not. But no, Margaret looks like Pierre Trudeau. Exactly. Oh, yes, Barbara Crowley. But look up Barbara Bush. Yeah, Richard Simmons. Okay, yeah, Richard Simmons looks like, I mean, I don't know. Where is Richard Simmons? I miss him. Okay, sweating to the oldies in his little pinstripe, shiny, glittery shorts. I loved his little glitter shorts. I loved his glitter shorts. But where is Richard Simmons right now? Where is he? Where is he? Look up fetus in a jar. Look up fetus in a jar. Everybody look up fetus in a jar. Please look up fetus in a jar. Barbara Bush, Larry King, fetus in a jar. I love to post that because people go, you know what? You know what? No, no, they're a good family. I'm like, why does she have a fetus in a jar from a miscarriage? And why was she teaching the future president with the former president about the fetus in the jar and showing them? Like, I don't know. My doctor never let me take home a miscarriage. I'm just saying. I wasn't allowed to keep a fetus in a jar. I can't even keep my teeth from the dentist. Like, if they pull a teeth, I got my kids' baby teeth. But, like, if they pull teeth right now, are they going to give me those teeth or am I going to have to fight them? Yeah, they hoard everything in this society. So tell me how this bitch got a fetus in a jar. Google it for your own amusement. I love fetus in a jar. I know, right? Fetus in a jar. Like, and she brings it out on Larry King and she's like, this is the baby. I'm like, are you psychotic? And she's like glazed over. Like she's like a glazed look like this. This is the baby. I love it. I love it because it just proves my point. It illustrates that there's something going on. Illustrate. Oh, you got to keep your teeth. Yeah, I know what it is. I really do know what it is. I can't always say it on this channel, but I do know what it is. She looks like Jordan. Poor Margaret Atwood. I'm not even being facetious, but it's inversion. And we have a conceptual inversion in this society where we have concepts that are complete inversions of reality. Complete. The church has done it. All the churches have done it. All the man-made religions have done it. We do not know the reality of what happens when we die. As a result, we have hundreds upon thousands upon millions of people going to churches, synagogues, and temples and praying, and they have no idea where they're going and they're afraid of death. That's a huge problem, okay? Huge problem. Because, and believe me, I don't like that my son died. It's horrific that my son died and I don't get to see my Keith. Horrific. And that Jeff Goldblum's flying around the house right now. Now he's gotten bigger. He's got friends over there. But I'm not judging it on looks. I'm saying it's an inversion. I'm saying that there's certain things with our physicality that are female and certain things that are male, period. I don't care what you say to me. There's certain things. There's certain jaw shapes. That's why when drag queens dress as women, they follow certain structures to hide everything because there are certain genetic components to who we are as male and female, right? So it's not a looks thing. It's a stop fucking with me with your inversion thing, okay? So anyway, that's how I'm saying it. They're tricking, okay? They're tricking, it's mockery, and it's inversion, and it's sleight of hand, and it's sigil magic, and they're making us believe one way, but yet it's like putting in fucking breast implants and then telling your kid they're your breast. These are not, no, you don't do that. It's wrong. It's just awesome. Margaret has your birthday. I'm sure she's lovely. I'm sure she's lovely. I'm just saying, She wrote that. We're going to be living that. Okay. So we will be living that. That will be happening. Maybe not to that degree, but there's bits and pieces of it. So was she coming from a family that was in an elite group of cult members and the inversion took place? They invert. Uh, that's just what I think. But we have, as I was saying, a conceptual inversion in our society. We are conceptually taught, Margaret Atwood, we are conceptually taught through religion. And again, millions of people, synagogues, temples, churches, prayer circles, and most of them will say to me, I hope there's something after we die. What are you being taught in your churches, synagogues, and temples that you don't know and don't believe because you have this fear of death? If we I know she's yeah, exactly. If we knew we didn't die, they couldn't pull this shit on us, okay? They couldn't do it. I know we don't die. You can't murder somebody. You can murder the body or stop the body, which is murder, but you can't murder the soul. You cannot do it. The soul continues on. If we knew that and we knew we transition, okay, we transition, they could not control us. They could not control us. So this is used against us intellectually in order to control us. We follow certain things under the belief that we are in fear. That's why they're running for the vagina, the VAX. I'm calling it the vagina because I use sexual connotation on this channel. Sorry. But that's why we're running to do it. I had somebody on my Facebook. I shut it down because I'm not going to argue with people on Facebook because Facebook lures me into idiots. Okay, I'm not doing it. Not you guys. But somebody on my Facebook said, just get the 2 shots and deal with it. Who says that? What are you stupid? Like, I'm sorry. What? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. And I'm not going to argue with you about it because your intellect is coming into question now. You are coming into question. No, I did. I had somebody say, you can just shut up and take it. No, why don't you just shut up and smoke a joint? Why don't you just shoot up and shut up? I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not going to do it. So it's interesting. But if I hate it, I'm going to have to close them all. I hate it. But if we understood that there is no death, if we knew that there's no death, and I truly believe that, and I'm going to say it from the point of view that my son has, quote, died, but he is not dead. He is very much alive. When Paigey, Cheyenne and I were here yesterday, because I was sitting here, well, not here, over there, Cheyenne and then Paigey, the room went cold, it went around us, and then Paige felt it right on her cheek. That's Doodle. That is him. That's what's happening. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I know Keith is not dead. I just don't pick him up the way I would like to, but he is here. For some reason, I'm going to die. So Keith's going to die. So my Keith jumped over and took the adventure first so he can help his mom cross over, help his dad cross over, help his brother cross over, help Lila later on in life and Ken and Paigey and everybody. He can do that. That's what he can do. But see, yeah, I'm being blocked right now, but we are all being blocked from the reality of no death. If there's no death, there's no fear. If there's no fear, then we don't have to listen to these people, right? They have us captive. They have us captive. That's what it is. So I can say it. People go, oh, you don't really know. Well, what I do know is my son's dead and I have that belief and I'm not afraid. So that is what I do know. And they do control with fear. So the most important thing to break their spell, because remember, sigil magic, The Handmaid's Tale, tell a story in a book, let us read about it. Sigil magic, hidden in plain sight, telling what they're doing, book form. Don't fall for the fear. Don't allow the fear to come in. Don't allow it. Just don't allow fear. So, yeah, don't. If you want to do whatever you want to do whatever you want to do, of course. But yeah, I can't, I can't acquiesce to people on the TV telling me what I need to do. And then a stupid reporter interviewing little Willie and interviewing him like he matters what he says because he has money. Fuck you. If you came anywhere near me, I would tell you it's not my place. And he probably doesn't give a shit, but I would tell you I don't agree with your theory on blocking out the sun and doing this and doing that. Who are you? Who died and left you boss? Who died and left you boss of the planet? Who died and said, Little Willie is the boss? Little Willie is not the boss, and they've been lying to us. But conceptually, we are inverted right now. The inversion is in the belief of how we do things. We have to hand all our money over. We have to do 9 to 5s. You got to get the best car. You got to get this. You got to do that. I mean, this is all inverted thinking. This is not the way it's supposed to be. We are not supposed to be fighting within our families. Our kids are not supposed to be on drugs. Babies are not supposed to be starving. Brown, white, black, whatever other colored people are all equal. They're people who look different, just like all white people look different, all black people look different. Like we don't all look the same, right? So we are all just different. We are told there is time. There's no time, all right? But they use the time to torture us and slow us down, torture us. And so they Animal Farm. Oh my God, that movie scared the shit out of me as a kid, Animal Farm. It was a cartoon. I didn't really find it funny. I mean, it's Napoleon. I didn't really like it. But that's what they're, I know, I don't care. I still love ice cream either as well. But it's a real problem what's going on. It's a real problem. I heard a knock over there on my fridge. Anyway, it's a real problem. The problem is we believe what they say. So we believe the people in office. We believe the people we hear on the radio. We believe them. And it's all a fucking game. You can see it. You can see it. It's all a game. So here's what you say to people. This is just my new thing. When they start telling me, you know, I'm a piece of shit or whatever it is I hear all day long from stupid people, when they say it, I'm like, okay, and so? Well, you're going to die. Okay, and so? Well, what if you infect somebody? Okay, and so? So? That's it. That's what I say. I take the argument right out. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't care what you say. So? Oh God, the face is back. I can't see. I can't see the face. But I just say, okay, and? Well, aren't you worried? Nope. And they keep throwing it. Nope, 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 and nope. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to participate. I don't agree. I don't accept it. It's not happening. So that's what I am going to say. Thank you for that. Thank you, you guys. Yeah, I just don't feel like that's what I want to do. And I really feel strongly about it. People keep reporting how many people have died here, there, and everywhere. And it's like, okay, and so we all die. So if we all die, why is everybody so afraid of it? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's my thing. No, he's not a scientist. He's not a food preparer. He's nobody, but we're listening to him. Why? He's a doofus that lied about Microsoft. He's a doofus. He lies about everything and he dresses like a dweeb. And if I saw him in my neighborhood, I might be tempted to just knock him upside the head. I mean, come on. Oh, I know what I know what it's meant to do. And that's the conceptual inversion. People are running to what is that about? Yeah, I don't, you know, and people go, he's a doofus. Look at him. Who's fucking that guy? By the way, I have some back end stories about him through some people who know him, through, you know, the kind of sex shit he likes and what he does with men and women in the room. Anyway, I do. I actually do. I'm going to say how I know that, but I do. Actually know that. Okay. Heard a story about that through, I can't even say who it's through because you know who I'm talking about if I said it. But he's just such, get the fuck out of here. And he's like this. He's like, he has his daughter out there and he's like, whoa. His daughter's like, yeah, I took it. And he's like, you know, I hope people don't listen to them. They're Jeff Goldblum on the wall over there. I hope them people aren't listening to them conspiracy theories, right? And it's like, why do we call it a conspiracy theory? That is a word to trigger the disconnection of people. And it's like, okay, conspiracy theory. It doesn't make it not true. It doesn't make it not true. right? It does not make it not true. It should be conspiracy. I can't tell you who it is. I'll just say it's a family member. I'm going to say it's a family member that told the story. That's all I'm saying. I can't say which one. That's it. It was told to a family member who is in that circle. So yeah, anyhow, all of that aside, people are like, you know, you just have to do it. And this is our objective. Why is it this fucker's objective? Who is this fucking person? Who is this person? They're the conspiracy people, okay? They're the conspiracy. Yes, conspiracy fact. Jeff Goldblum's right there. He's on the wall. He's here. Where did he come from? I don't know. He's here again. I wonder if he's going to get all big and buggy. Do you see that, though? Look at that movie, The Fly, right? The Fly. Jeff is a person. Then he turns into a fly. Yeah. What about Venus or Serena? Which one wins? Venus Williams? What about Venus Williams? What do you think of that build? I don't know. She wins everything. And we've been taught that she's a man. I mean, a woman. Jesus, I just inverted that myself. We've been taught that she's a woman and she had a child, but I want you to look at her build. No, Jeff Goldblum didn't pass. He's a fly on my wall. That's my name for the fly on my wall, Bobby, is Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, I mean, it's Venus, right? Is it Venus the one that wins everything? Yeah. Well, that's steroids. But I mean, I could take a shit ton of steroids and I would never look like that. So, Serena. Okay, one of them. One of them is like completely... Okay, she had a child. What does she, like... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say. People can fake pregnancies all the time. They do it in TV shows. They dress them up pregnant. So, you know, that doesn't mean yeah, she wins everything. Do you know what I found so interesting? Did you guys hear about this? Oh my God. Okay, so I was at a dinner party with Dr. Drew's wife. No, you didn't hear this part, but I was at a dinner party with her, probably it's before Keithy died, so the year before. And I met, you know, some lovely people there. And I was at the house of one woman in particular, and her husband was Michael Jackson's lawyer at the time that he supposedly killed himself on his front lawn after he took his two beautiful kids to school, his two beautiful daughters, and he took them to school. And I guess he decided he would come home and kill himself, which it's not true. Okay, so nobody believes that it's true. Anyway, that was Michael Jackson's lawyer. Did you hear this weekend? Did you hear, right, that Michael Jackson's estate attorney's daughter, Michael Jackson's estate attorney's daughter was 12 and died in an accident? They kept saying yeah, no, I know that. I was at his wife's dinner party. I'm not even going to say his wife's name. Well, you already know who the wife is. I mean, if you look it up, you'll know who she is. But anyway, she was lovely. They were all lovely there. But when you're looking at, okay, Michael Jackson's estate lawyer, I don't know who the parents are, but their daughter was 12 and just this month died from her head injuries. And here's how they worded it in the paper. 12-year-old, whatever this poor little child's name is, had an accident. She was wearing her helmet, but she died. Two of Michael Jackson's the lawyer, and then the lawyer's child, the new lawyer's child, because that lawyer's dead, that child just died. So what is that about? And they wouldn't even tell me, I mean, when reading the article, like what she was riding, that she was wearing a helmet, and what did she hit that caused the problem. So it was pretty interesting. That's two of them. Well, John Legend, if he doesn't look it, and he's not the sexiest man alive, People Magazine has to stop doing that. Sexiest man alive. Sexiest chick not, said no one ever. Sexiest chick. Taught me everything I need to know about. I'll tell Dr. Drew that. No, but what I'm saying is, look, my nose is so itchy. What I'm saying is, literally, how come Michael Jackson's first lawyer in charge of the estate, how come that lawyer ends up killing himself, which he didn't? I don't believe. That's not what I picked up when I was there. And then the estate lawyer for Michael Jackson's child ends up dying now. Two of them. What are they finding out that they're ending up dying? And threatened. It's like a mob thing is what I think. This is what I think. Girly man legend. I like Dr. Drew a lot. I like Sue and Drew. Yeah, we had fun at that party. Yeah, she's one. C. Teigen is one sick. I don't know if Beyonce did or didn't, or oh, there, Toronto, home of Doug Ford. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea. Yeah, exactly. Or punishment and murder, but the girl was 12 and they don't even tell you she was wearing a helmet. Well, thanks for telling me that, but why was she wearing a helmet? Should I draw my own conclusion about why she was wearing a helmet? Why? Why was she wearing a helmet? I want to know why she was wearing a helmet. You know, Anna Nicole is a, she's an Aries moon. She might be Scorpio rising. I have it somewhere. I have the chart. But yeah, I don't know what to say, but yeah, that's what's this is going on. Yeah, view. Well, you know my view on that Scientology. She's a Sagittarius sun. Yeah, you know, I met John. I had no idea who he was. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if that's awesome, but yeah, there's a whole cult going on. There's the shit emoji. Yeah, I know. Anna Nicole's daughter looks like her, and it's really sad she's not here to raise her, but it happened to her too. If you're going to corrupt yourself, we have to agree to the corruption. We have to agree. Who is this guy on the internet? This Sean Dawson guy? Shane Dawson? I don't know. I don't watch his shit. Who is that guy on the internet? And he was doing like a selling your soul thing on the internet. What is wrong with him? Like, that's part of the joke. What was he doing that for? What the actual, why would you even joke about that? Why would you joke about that, right? Problematic. Yeah, Shane Dawson, that guy. Why is he doing that? I was like it's not funny. Yeah, it's not funny. That's what he's doing through the TV. So never watch that. Just turn it off and go, because they can trick in so many. Is there hell in the afterlife? Well, there's different dimensions. So there's lower vibratory dimensions, and there is actually something that we would consider to be hellish. Yeah, and some people like to go there. It's who they are. Yeah, that Shane Dawson guy, I don't like him because he's doing that. So it's like he's trying to orchestrate a bunch. And who is this kid? Forgive me, on the internet. Tell me if it's his real name, but he spells his name like mine, but he uses a four. Look, my nose is so itchy. I'm just showing my nails off going like this. Anyway, he spells his name S-L-O, and then is his name really Sloan? Is that really his name? Yeah, is that really his name? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I know who. Yeah. Is that really his name? Why is he taking that name? I don't know. I never see many people with that name. There's one race car driver with that name. A copycat. I know he started his channel just after, but yeah. Whatever he is, why is he using my name and taking my name? Unless it's his name, then I'll retract what I said. But why is he doing that? Let's see. Sloan, the itchier your nose, the channeling, the more you pause. Yeah, my nose is itchy. But I'm also showing my nails. Name stealer. Yeah, I know. Well, he misspelled it, but he still says it. Whatever. Unless it's his name. If it's really his name. No, my name is a last name, but my mom spelled it this way for me. Okay, it is his real name. If it's his real name, then I can't say shit. Then I can't say shit, but my mom named me. Do you know? Yeah, there is a band named Sloan. Yes, I do. My mom named me that, so he has no imagination. No, my mom did name me Sloan. That is my name. People always say, I love the name you made up. And I'm like, no, I married the last name Bella, and my first name is Sloan. That is my name. We are going to lose you, Sloan. Why are you going to lose me? Is that a threat, or are you just saying you're going to lose me? I don't think you're going to lose me. I don't know why you'd lose me. Anyway. Yeah, or is that a threat? Because I got to cuss you out if that's a threat. Paige was like, you can't cuss out your people. No, Bella is Austrian, actually. So John's family came from Austria. It's German. Austria, where Arnold came from. That's where their name came from. And Keith used to get the biggest kick out of this warmonger guy called Oh my God, he had the last name Bella. What was he? He was some African warlord with the name Bella. Oh my God. And Keith, no, it's not just Italian. We're Austrian. Well, they're Austrian. So it's Austrian. They meant, oh, I was cutting out. I got you buffering. No, Keith loved this. I want to say his name was Bill Bella or something, but he's a African warlord, and Keith thought that was hilarious. He just thought the guy's picture was hilarious. Oh, writer Sloan Wilson. Yeah, Sloan Bella is my legit name. My first name is Sloan, and when I married John, John's last name is Bella. So that's really my name. I didn't make it up. I married it. Jason is Jason Bella, Keith is Keith Bella, and John is John Bella, and Jimmy was Jimmy Bella, and Johnny's mom was Bella, Johnny's dad was Bella, Bella Tires, Bella all the way through, little Cassidy Bella, Thomas Bella, and Delaney Bella, and Jay Bella. I'm calling a shout outs to the Bella in Canada. Bella's in Canada, but they're Bellas. That's our name. For real. I mean, I married it. It wasn't, that's not my maiden name, but I married it. And Sloan is I do not have a middle name. My mom didn't, no, Lila is actually, she takes Mommy Kenna's name. So she's Lila Horton. Yeah, but if Daddy Jason and Mommy Kenna get married, then she could take that last name. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if they do, yeah. So no, I do not have a middle name. My mom named me Sloan, and my last name was Sargent, and then she gave me up for adoption, and I was adopted. I spent like 10, 11 months in an orphanage, a baby house where they keep the little babies before I was adopted. And when I married John, his last name is Bella. So I did take his last name, of course, because I'm married. I know Lila Bella. She's cute. Lila's so cute. Yeah, there you go. She took Mommy Kenna's name. So, of course, because Mommy Kenna had her, and she's Mommy Kenna's, right? So she's going to do that. There. Yep, John's Canadian. All the Bellas are Canadian. If you go to Vancouver and you see Bella's, Bella Tire shout out over there. Little Cassidy's about to have a baby. I don't know if she's had the baby. Nobody's told me yet. So yeah, the baby, there's going to be a new Bella. Well, actually, it's going to take the daddy's name. Kenna's beautiful. Yeah. No, this is my real name. I was born Sloan. Sloan is on my birth certificate. My adopted parents gave me a different name, and then my birth certificate is Sloan. I was born that. My adopted parents changed that, which I never used that. I used my birth name. So I'm entitled. I used my name in order of it. Yeah, Kenna is beautiful. Kenna is darling, cute. Lila's darling cute. No, I was in Toronto, actually. I was born in Toronto. I wasn't in Aurora. And then I was adopted out. But I was in foster care. Oh, you guys, if you're from Aurora, I was in Newmarket. I was in a group home in Newmarket, my Aunt Betty. I was in a group home and several foster care homes in Newmarket, Keswick, Newmarket, none in Aurora. I went to school. I went to Williams, Dr. G. Williams School, high school for a second, and I ran away from there. So I went into 9th grade and ran away from there. Years and years ago. It's probably still there. Newmarket. Yeah, I lived right across from the police station at the group home. So that wasn't good when I was sneaking out. That was a problem. Because they could see me through the window, and they would call Aunt Betty, and they would be like, one of them's on the roof again. Yeah, so that's what would happen. And oh, there you go. Your son went to Williams. Yeah, that's where I went. And so that's where I went. Exactly. So that's where I went. Sloan's real name. Yeah, Michael Sloan's real. Oh, okay. So it's not his real name. Is Michael his real name? Then he should stop using Sloan, little bitch, unless Sloan is his name. And why put a 4 there? Like, you be a bitch and take a name. Get a clue, you little bitch. All right. So, yeah, I'm not ashamed. I love my Aunt Betty. Yeah. She just died like, when did she die? 2018. I went to see her. I don't know if his name is Sloan or did he call himself Sloan because he uses a 4, but he's not a Sloan. Maybe he is a Sloan. I don't know. Are you pissed that you're... No, they should change. When you buy a child, you should change the child. It's like buying a dog. That's how I consider adoption. Don't get mad at me. When you purchase your child or when you adopt your child, it's your child, so you can do what you want with your child, right? Right? He has like 3 Sloan channels. I know he's a little bitch, isn't he? Anyway, yeah, you can do, if you buy a dog, you can change the dog's name, even if you get the dog and the dog's name is Fred. You can, you know, if the dog's had the name Fred for 4 years, you can call him Martha if you want or whatever, right? So there you go. Let's say the other Sloan exposes Hollywood evil. Well, isn't that interesting? Because I don't know if that's his name, if that's not his name. Yeah, but I don't think he's doing it from an inside point. I think he's doing it from what he reads out there point. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if he's in the industry, but you know, whatever. I think copycat too. Name your dog Sloan. No, I will not. Copycat. Yeah, I have new. Well, you may have known 2 other Sloans. He thinks it's trendy. Yeah, I was adopted. I cost 500. Oh my God, 500. Oh my goodness. 500. Oh, well, you're worth infinitely more. He's really sweet and does a lot of research. Yeah, but if he's stealing the name, it's a gossip channel. He's not living it. It's different. No, I'm not doing readings right this second. I'm gonna name my baby Sloan. I have one of my clients named her baby Sloan. It's really funny because we're talking about Sloan and she named her little girl Sloan. And so when we're talking about Sloan the teenager, I'm like, it's funny because I always think we're talking. I'm like, why is she talking about me? And I'm like, oh yeah, her daughter's name is Sloan. Yeah, of course he's mentioned me. Thing is, I was born with the name, but if he was, then I can't say anything. Poor Fred. Exactly. Who's Fred? Oh, baby Jack turned 1. I thought, yeah, Keith was named Keith because his name means warrior in Scottish and mine means warrior in Irish Gaelic. So I am a warrior. And my mother actually named me, because I met my birth mother, she actually named me after the soap opera Peyton Place with Ryan O'Neal, whom I hate with a bloody passion. But she named me after the soap opera with Ryan O'Neal because she was watching that. And there was a character named Sloan for an episode. And she's like, I like that name. So she named it. So that was really great. And oh, Ruthie. Who's Ruthie? Sloan, I'm happy caught you live. Yeah. So I'm a warrior. Keith's name was Warrior. I named Keith after me, but I named it Scottish Keithy. And they say it can be Irish too, but that's, you know, I loved Keith. I don't know where Keith came from. He was just Keith. He was just beautiful, Keith. I just loved it. Loved it. Yeah, I don't have an E on the end of my name. My mom did not put an E. She put the masculine spelling, which was perfect because I wouldn't want to have an E on it. I really wanted the masculine spelling. Yeah, my mom has Norwegian in her, but I got a father somewhere that's got a shit ton of Irish in him, but she didn't know who it was, so we don't know who it is. Some dude is my dad on the planet, or he's dead, one or the other, and we don't know who it is. I did Ancestry. I know you're not supposed to. And some girls like, I can listen to this. She's like, I can help you find your father. And she's like, look for these people and these people. And I'm like, look, I don't really want to do that. I don't really care. Lila's middle name is Jade. Yeah, Lila Jade. No, some dude, he didn't, I mean, I don't know who it is. Some whoever she fucked. Some guy. Doesn't matter. Does not matter, right? Doesn't matter. I had to get here somewhere, but yeah, I did like my birth mother. She was okay. She was nice. I mean, she smoked a little bit too much pot. Should I say that out loud? She's liked her pot. So I don't, I have a hard time connecting with people that do a lot of drugs. So when you're doing a lot of drugs, I don't really want to connect with you. So there was that. I know it was really weird. It's like, you're my mother and you smoke pot. Like, that's weird. It's weird. I do make a judgment on that because you're my mother. You're not supposed to do that. But she wasn't my mother because she gave me up. So she was my birther. But yeah, she was, no, she was actually a really nice person. She was nice. She was there for both the boys' births, and because I met her before I had kids. So yeah, I was named after my dad's ex-fiance. That must have gone over well. That went over really well, right? Yes, she did have other children. She did. Yeah, with a different man. Yes. And she kept the first child. I was the second one. She gave me up. She didn't want another one. And she didn't want another one with another married guy, but I don't know which married guy it is. So there's that. I did steal DNA from a married guy who we thought was my father, but he tested his blood. He wasn't my father. And then I kind of like got his DNA after he died to retest it. And John still thinks he's my father, but yeah. Yeah, we don't know. She didn't know. So it doesn't matter though, you know. Yeah, I did the test, but that doesn't tell you who your father is. It tells you that all these people that you got to talk to, and they're like, we can help you find your father. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. You know, so who cares, right? Yeah, no one cares. Oh, I stole the DNA. Here's how I stole the DNA. This was me. Back when I was looking for my birth mother, okay? Back when I was doing that, we didn't have cell phones and we barely had computers. Yeah, I'm that old. Well, I mean, people had computers, but they were like in the library. I didn't have a whole bunch. So everybody's name, now I'm born in Canada, so in Toronto. So I would go to the Toronto phone books in the library because that's where the phone books were, you know, all of the phone books, right? And so I would look for my birth last name, and then I would photocopy all the pages and I would send out letters, you know, like, do you know somebody? Because I had non-identifying information, like my grandfather had one green eye and one brown eye, and my mother had a 2-year-old at the time of my birth, right? So I knew that. And then they wrote stupid shit like, she was nice and he was nice. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, just, she had 6 sisters, or maybe it was 5 sisters, 1 brother, 6 sisters, 1 brother, whatever. They labeled stuff like that. She was nice. She was kind of mild. They said she was kind of meek, my mother. She was like not at all like me. Like, I'm an aggressive bitch compared to that. Okay. But so we did this, and John said to me, because John was more psychic at the time, he says, I bet you were born in British Columbia. I bet she's in British Columbia. So I'm like, why are you saying that for? Because I'm from Toronto. I'm like, I'm quite sure she's going to go from West Coast to East Coast, drop a baby off and take over, right? So we go through each coast from Toronto through all the provinces, right? I get tons of letters, people offering to adopt me, people telling me about their kids they gave up from adoption and all of this, right? All kinds of stuff. It was really interesting. I had suitcases of letters, just suitcases and suitcases. I think I threw them all out, quite frankly, because you can't keep them all. Anyway, so we're going to Vancouver, like we're in BC, province of BC, last one. No one knows who my family is. So I'm going through the last phone book of, phone book pages, and there's like 3 numbers with my last name, birth last name. And I phone one of them, and the guy's like, he's like, I'm a priest. This is what he says. I'm a priest. And I'm like, oh God, don't be telling me this shit. Anyway, I just start asking him, and I'm like, yeah, my granddad, da 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 da. And he's like, oh, I know who that is. I can't remember if it was his uncle or his brother, and he was my uncle. I really can't. Trail and Kimberley. Well, Kimberley is where my mom was from. Bellas are in Trail as well, and Vancouver and all of that. But anyway, he says, yeah, that was I think it was his uncle. And he goes, yeah, the daughter lives in Kimberley. Let me call her. And so then, like, within an hour, she was on the phone with me. But this took months and John was freaking right. He was dead on right. So anyway, he was right about that. So then I went to visit Walda. Her name was Walda. They named her after her Uncle Waldo, for real, and they put an A on the end. So my mom's name was Walda. Okay, so that really was her name. And she had a 2-year-old, and that was my sister, half-sister. And because it's a different father. That father wasn't mine. And then, yeah, that's true. And she's like a yoga hippie pot smoking kind of person, right? I know, where's Walda? I was like, all right, but she loves her name because it was unique. That's what she said. So she didn't like it when she was younger, but I have no idea what I feel about a dad. I have daddy issues, so I can't feel shit about a dad. I'm no good with men or dads, okay? That's where I do not excel. But anyway, Walda, so she was a lot calm. She did yoga and she was a lot calmer than me, okay? Like so calmer and soft-spoken, stubborn, soft-spoken. She loved to exercise and she actually died at 59. She came in from running and she had a heart attack or an aneurysm, I don't know, and she died with running, okay? And which I found interesting. So she came in from running. She said, I'm tired, about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And her heart did, and she didn't make it to 60. So I'm hoping I can follow in those footsteps. I would like to. But I do not want to live a long life. I'm already alive too long for myself. It's bugging me now. It's bugging me. So anyway, she was very nice. And then what happened is she got pregnant with whoever this guy was. It was somebody in, yeah, the dads. I don't do well with them, but she was working in a bank. I can't believe I had a mother that worked in a bank, but then she quit. So that was good. And she was in Calgary. And so she got pregnant with some guy in Calgary at the time. And she took off to Toronto to have the baby so her family wouldn't know that she had another baby out of wedlock or to a married guy or whatever. So she ditched and she never told a single person in her family. No one. Okay. And then she got back with her husband, my stepdad, Don. She got back with him 6 months after she gave me up for adoption. And I think that was the only person that she told. So we even tested his DNA and it's not him. Like in case, because she slept with him before, left, and then, whatever. She married him after that. And that was her husband until she died. He's still alive. He's in his 70s now. And he's remarried. And so that's good. But I kind of shut them out after because, it was nice to know them. But then I kind of shut people out at a certain point because I'm like, oh, well, my mom died. So who cares? And on I go kind of thing. I'm kind of that person, whatever. And I'm still hiking. Oh my God, I got to tell you about my hike. Anyway, that was the story of I probably got siblings on my dad's side, but I got to research it. And I'm not really interested in staying focused, looking at the computer, figuring it out. I don't really care. It's kind of overrated to meet your adopted, wait, and the lie is personal to you. Are you talking to me? I didn't lie. I think you're talking about the Obama thing. Anyway, truthfully, it's time consuming. I don't care to do it. And when you meet them, you find out things you don't want to know about yourself that way. I don't know if she did or not. I never really, I don't really know. I don't really know. I didn't really get that involved with it. She was nice and everything. I liked her. I think Jason's a lot like her for some reason. Like that. But we had relatives. Yeah, I was better off not knowing because before I had Jason and Keith, I had to go get my DNA tested because we had muscular dystrophy in the family. So one of my mom's sisters had it. Half of them had it, half of them didn't. So we had relatives that were athletes, like professional athletes and ball players, right? And then we had people in the family that were in wheelchairs, like with muscular dystrophy. We had, which one was it? Myotonic muscular dystrophy. Oh, myotonic muscular dystrophy in the family. So I didn't have it, but my sister has it. So my sister can't really work and stuff like that. And half sister. We're not full sisters. And I do make a distinguishment. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. But so for some reason it skipped me and went to her. So out of the two kids, one of us got it, one of us didn't. So there was a lot. There was a lot about that. So that shit happened. And so when I found that out, that gave me anxiety. And then I worried, Keith or Jason have it, even though the doctor said no, and I had to keep retesting just to. I can't see the face right now. I can't see it. Someone take a picture and send it to me again. I cannot see it at this angle. So yeah, that's what happened. But she was super creative, super nice. She loved to garden. She had cats. She was funny. She camped and hiked and did yoga, that kind of thing. Did it upset you when you were younger that you were adopted? No, I kind of knew I was adopted. I kind of knew I was adopted because my adopted family's all tall and they're like blue-eyed. And so I knew I wasn't them, and I did not think like them. Like, I was just like, who are these people? So you can kind of feel, didn't mean I didn't love them, but yeah, I didn't really feel like, I was like, because my adopted mom would say, you're better than that. And she would use my adopted last name and she would say, you're better than that. You're a this. And I was like, no, I'm adopted. I'm not even that. Like, are you crazy? So it just was like, are you crazy? Wait, somebody has to send me a picture of the face. I really can't see it. The left sleeve. Okay, anyway, I see 3 faces facing the shelves. It's happening again. Yeah, I don't know if it's hereditary or not, or what was your I don't ever say my adopted name. That family doesn't like anything, does not connect with me on any way, so we don't speak. They do not like who I am or what I do. So that's, I wouldn't want to embarrass them. Meaning they're embarrassed by who I am. So I have one relative that's like, shh, don't tell anyone I talk to you. I'm like, what am I, your fucking mistress? It's just disgusting. It bothers me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even care. They don't, even when Keith died, only one of them reached out, but my brother didn't reach out, which was really weird. I guess, I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't know. I'm not, no, everybody will know by my first name. With this name, they can disconnect from me because we don't look alike. Because you don't look like your adopted family, right? I have no idea why anybody adopts anybody. You could ask Woody Allen why Mia Farrow, or you could ask Mia Farrow why she adopted Soon Yi, and Woody Allen married her too. I have no idea why people adopt. I guess it's a karma or whatever. Oh yeah, they were snooty. Yeah, British. And they thought they were better. They think they're better still. They talk about money and shit. They're those kind of people. Really talk about it. Like, really. That kind of thing. Do you have midheaven squares? No, I don't have midheaven squares. That's a good question, though. No, I have Neptune square the sun. I have trines. I have grand trines. I have a chart full of grand trines. So, that's what I have. I have grand trines. I have, pretty well aspected Saturn. I'm sure adoption can be beautiful. I know people champion adoption, and that's good. I mean, that's good for them that they do that. But I think as a society, it would be better if we taught people to raise their own children, because it's actually your responsibility to do so. Definitely better than abortions. So, I can't say that. They're trying to give a kid a family. But, when I had my own son, I guess it made me hate the birth family, because I was like, who gives a baby up? Like, once you birth a baby and you're adopted, you birth the baby, you're like, oh my God, I was like, I'm never letting go of Jason. Then I got Keithy. I'm like, I'm never letting go of Keithy. Yeah, it can be a past life. Oh, definitely. Because my mother said when she was picking me, she loved to fucking say that. When she was picking me, she thought she was doing me a favor, but it was like a, backhanded compliment. I took it that way. I was like, picking me, fuck you. But she said she went to the orphanage like 4 times. They called at 9 months and she got the baby, like the baby was coming. And so she went to meet me. She went to meet the babies. And I was there, and she was looking, and she wasn't happy with the baby. So she went back again. So in other words, she kept coming back, and there was only one baby in the room that talked to her. That was me. dumbass that I am. There's one baby, and I was like going like this, pay attention to me, but she was still looking, shopping for babies. That's kind of how she said it to me. Of course, she would say I was special and stuff, but she would go, "You're special. We picked you." But she didn't pick me. No one else paid attention to her but me because I'm an idiot. Anyway, but then they couldn't take me home because I was a failure to thrive baby. I refused to eat. This is hilarious. And this happened to me after Jimmy died. I refused to eat. Not on purpose. I just couldn't eat. I told you that story. My hair fell out and all that shit. But as a baby, I was so sad. Fetus in a jar. Yeah, I wasn't in a jar. That's terrible. You shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, I refused to eat. So I wasn't growing. So at like 6 months, I was like the size of a 3-month-old, I wouldn't eat. So it wasn't until they gave me meat, actually, Willie Gates, until I got meat, that I started to thrive. And they said I had like ashy little skin, and, I was crying and digestion issues and upset and all, like a little baby upset, whatever. I don't remember any of it, so it doesn't matter. And then yeah, well, I mean, no, lots of babies have this. Babies need love in those, but the people were so nice. The lady that was there, she actually sent me a picture. I found out where I was, and she sent me a picture of who she thought I was, because I had no baby pictures. Like my mom took a picture the day that I was born, and she went to the orphanage when I was 6 weeks old, I think. 6 weeks old. And then that was it. And then I have one picture. So like the day I'm born, I guess, and they took a picture of my face, and I got my same face. It's really weird. I can see myself. Why wouldn't I have my same face, right? But anyway, no, it's just funny. And it's about the only little baby picture. And then the next baby picture I have is my christening, or baptism as you call it, but it was christening. And I look like Jason with a dress on. So I look like a little Jason with a dress. And that's how, I mean, if you take the curls off my hair, I look like Jason, like I had little curls. But yeah, it's kind of cute. But anyway, yeah, so I went out of there, and then I was a ward of the court for 2 years. So it took 2 years. That's an adoption formality. It takes 2 years for the parents to keep. You never ate. Yeah, you get sad. I guess we get sad. Yeah, colic is very hard. A lot of adopted people on here. I do believe it's a karma. I do believe it's a karma for sure. For definite sure. And no, I'm okay with it. I'm like Keith had colic. I know Keith had a lot of colic. Keith was a screamer. He was cute, and a projectile vomiter. So cute. But yeah, no, no, I was wearing a christening dress and I look like that. Oh no, eat now, eat. I'm eating too much now. I got to stop eating. Yeah, exactly. Fragile. Yeah, refuse to eat. I did refuse the same thing, but it was interesting. I mean, they had a good home and it was a good life. I just didn't conceptually. I didn't agree with them. There was nothing. It was toxic. So that's what I can tell you. For me, I didn't agree. And so if it's abusive, it's going to cause problems. And if you're going to speak out about it, it's going to cause problems. But yeah, so that happened. And I guess my grandfather was pissed off that my dad adopted me. But then my aunt said my dad never wanted to adopt me. It was for my mom. So they would tell me shit like this. And it's like, okay, that's nice. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. You feel like you're adopted. Jason says that. Jason says he thinks he's adopted. I'm like, no, you're not. Then Keith said it. And I'm like, yeah, I've got video. I got video. Yeah, I could have been saved from bigger problems. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not saying yes or no to it, whatever. I'm not saying either or, but it just is what it is. There's like, that's minor. A lot of people are adopted. But that's why I embrace everybody, I think, and I don't draw a distinguishment with blood when it comes to kids. Yeah. The most surprising person I ever channeled was what the hell? Eva Braun by accident. Yeah. Are they changing faces back there? You were just intuitive and knowing they weren't your but yeah. No, I knew by their smell they weren't. I knew. Maybe she didn't remember who my father was. I mean, maybe she had lots of boyfriends. I don't know. Or she was fucking a lot of people. I have no idea. Either she didn't know or it's someone she didn't want to know. Or, something. Yeah, that they made me really sick. It was on a show. That was on a show. And I can't remember. I blocked it out. It made me sick for a couple of weeks. I wasn't right in the head after that. Yes, she is part Hispanic, little rascal pants. Yes, she is. And we love her. And she's super psychic and she's the most beautiful baby on the planet. Besides my babies. Besides my babies. And Paigey and Kenna and birthday girl Allie, all of them. They're all good. I have Skylar Jade. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Lila's Lila Jade. And so I always think that she's like lucky because she's named after a crystal too. So there you go. Yeah, I actually did a reading right after he died by one of the girlfriends, one of the people that found the body. I actually did direct. Some of the people you mentioned, I've got personal acquaintance with them, so I don't say because it's a personal thing. Yeah, tall oaks indigos mostly born after 87, and they can be baby. Oh God, I missed that. Yeah, I can't remember what I said about that. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about that. Pisces. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Baby Jack is oh God, no, I couldn't. Baby Jack is uh Aquarius. He's the last day of Aquarius and he turned 1 this week. So they sent me a picture of baby Jack with his birthday hat on, eating a big bowl of something. I don't know what. That's what he was doing. Yeah, I've got Moldavite right here. All right, you guys. Yeah, there you go. That one I talked to somebody right after he passed about what happened. Aquarius gang gone, but Pisces gang is in. Yeah, baby Jack's so good. So good. I'm so happy he's alive. I was very sad when he got hit by a car. I never thought about it much before with these little dogs, but oh my God. I don't know anything about that what you're asking me about up there, Sage Goddess. I don't know. I know nothing about it. I don't know a lot of things. So I only know what I know, which is weird. Yeah, so there you go. Baby Jack turned 1. My dad died before I got to meet him. Oh, but I found siblings and we all visited his grave. Oh, that's nice. I mean, or not. Oh yeah, I got to tell you about the hike. That's right. Okay, the hike. Look it. Now I'm itching again. Okay, so me and Johnny went to Palm Springs this weekend and we went we drove. We stayed overnight so that I can meet David early in the morning because I'm usually driving into Palm Springs in the middle of the night, but Maya wasn't coming because she wants to get back in shape because she was afraid we'd leave her behind. Maya, you got to get in shape. Anyway, so I woke up and went to meet David and I made it. So 4 hours I did really well. I made it to Flat Rock really well, right? And they're not letting people pick you up on the tram. So you have to have a reservation, but we're pass holders. So John just has to say he's picking people up from doing the trail, right? So anyway, we made it to Flat Rock really great. And then it should have only taken me different like maybe an hour and a half to get to the top. But we hit the switchbacks, right? And there was snow, which I've done it in snow. I just haven't hit the ice, and there was ice. So David had called and he had said the night before, did you bring your microspikes? And I said, no. You know, the diggy things on the bottom of your shoes. And I said, no. And he said, well, you got to go get some or get a ski pole because it's freaking icy, right? And because he went the day before. So he's crazy. He did 36 miles the day before. That's how much he has to slow himself down for me. So I had the ski pole and I was following his footsteps. So you're on a ledge like this, but you're up. My hiking friend from Palm Springs. So we do Cactus to Clouds together. That's what we do. And I met him on the trail. I actually met his brother and then met him. So me, Maya, and David hiked for years. That's what we do. So we had to hike above, but you're not like on a ledge, but what happens is if you go down in the ice, like one of my friends, acquaintances, actually not a friend, I mean, I just know her from the mountains, Helen, she was there that morning and she had fallen off this mountain with her ice pick. Okay, so she had an ice pick and she had her micro spikes on, right? Yep, cactus to clouds. She had her micro spikes on and an ice pick. She went straight down that mountain, seriously, broke both her hips, broke all kinds of shit on her body, right? So if you fall, it's not so much like it's that it's completely icy. Usually it's wet snow when I go. Like I can sit in the snow. And no, but she was hiking it this weekend. So I was thinking to myself, and she still hurts with her hips, and she's in her 70s or late 60s now. She also fell off of Mount Baldy and got airlifted out off of both of these mountains, broke bones and shit. Anyway, I said, oh my God, where's Helen? How far behind are they? We couldn't see them even from up on the ridge. So I don't know how long it took her. And I don't know if she went through the ice or they turned around. I suspect she did because she's done it. Anyway, you have an ice pick, but I didn't have an ice pick. So when you start to slip, you jam the pick in so you can hold on to the pick, right? Because it's just crazy. So usually, even in the summer when I hike it, yeah, the camp on, oh, that one. Even in the summer when I hike it, it's like this, and you just have to go down the side part, but you're still on a ledge. Like there's rocks and there's all kinds of stuff, right? So the snow's covering all of that, and you can see the rocks out a bit, but it's sheer ice. So we get there, and I'm like, ooh, I think I got to turn around. I think I got to turn around, but I'm not going to walk 5 hours back down. That's not going to happen. Through the desert where it's like 80 down there. I'm not going to do it. It's going to take me all freaking day. So I know the tram's up there and I know there's tomato soup. Anyway, David went in front of me and he dug in the ice like this, like picked it. We were both in running shoes. He can do it. He has no problem. He doesn't have a problem with that. He just does it because he never wears micro spikes, but he's like, it's you, me, I'm a baby. Anyway, he kept kicking it and I literally got a workout with my ski pole because I was like jamming it. So he would step in one print and he would say, put your foot there. For 2 hours, we did this. I put my foot here and then he moved his foot. And so we went like that, one at a time. 3 ridges. And then I was like, motherfucker. I mean, I was like, oh my God, this is so much. So anyway, we did that. And then when we got to the last part, like the last half a mile, I went up under the trees. Like it was terrifying. One time there were literally on the side of a hill and I started to freak out. So I got down really low and there was like a point of a rock. So I had to hold on to that. And I was stretching my leg out and I'm like, I'm going to fucking fall. He's like, stand up and don't do that. Anyway, then I had to climb under some trees. I saw some pine cones. I saw some dirt. So I was climbing through the middle of trees. And then on the top, like if I'm just going straight up and the ledges are over there, I'm not really worried because I can throw my body up. So that's what I did. And then I got to the top, got my tomato soup, got to the tram, and then Johnny picked us up at the bottom, thank God. And everyone, this helps. Oh, good night, you guys. Oh, you were in Palm Springs too? Yeah, we ate at Lulu's. Good salmon at Lulu's. This is a shout out to Lulu's. Really good salmon. That's the mountain I climbed. That's what I climbed. I climbed San Jacinto. I never say it right. I say Jacinto, but I don't have that nice rolling R's. But yeah, so it was really cool. Anyway, then Johnny picked us up and then, of course I went to Starbucks, found a bathroom, took my shoes off and a bra off because I swell in altitude and that's what I did. Palm Springs is very gay. A lot of gay people. It is, but it was open. It's all open and it's great. So Lulu's is a really good, they're probably trying to block your third eye. It's really good food there. So it's good. Palm Springs. Yeah. No, I didn't eat the grilled cheese. I just ate tomato, good food in the middle of nowhere. Cool. No, it's in the middle of the street. In the middle of the street in Palm Springs. It's fantastic. I mean, it was really good salmon. I have to have a good meal before I go hiking because I need my strength. And then sleeping there overnight was better because I didn't drive in. So, meaning I could get at least 6 hours sleep. Sloan, have you heard Keithy's voice? No, I haven't heard Doodle's voice. Makes me crazy. Doodle knows it makes me crazy. So there. All right, you guys, I must go to sleep now because I'm tired. Yeah. So, and Paigey and Cheyenne kept me out late last night. My gay medium lives there. I love it there. I'm really glad you're, yeah, it's very gay. I mean, it's like it's known for gay, but I go, like, there's a couple of my friends that live in the city and they hike up and down there. That's my favorite place to hike. I mean, it's very hot in the summer. Like, you would die. I think I can do it maybe till April and then April, May, and I'm like, I'm out of here because it gets to be 127 in the summer. So even if you get up at midnight and you climb up, you're still in 100 degrees. And it's just, and then if you get sick and you got to go back down, you can't go back down through the desert in 127 degrees. You will die, I feel. Yeah. So good night, you guys. Cleavage sweat is not my thing. Mine neither. But I was cold and then I was hot and then I was doing this. And then I kept going, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I can't look. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights and I'm on ice on the side of a ledge. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's spectacular. I've done it again. Yeah, I've done it again. Okay, bye, you guys. Yeah, see you later. See you later. Look, I managed to mess my hair up tonight too. Pick my nose and let's see where Jeff Goldblum is. Maybe Jeff Goldblum went down for the night. Maybe he went down for the night. Okay, you guys, good night. I will see you soon. Remember, Paigey is coming on next Tuesday. So we have our first guest, besides Lila and Kenna and Baby Jack and Tulip, we have Paigey. So little Paigey will be here, my page. Super excited. We're going to listen to her stories and she's going to tell us stuff. I don't know what exactly, but she'll tell us what she wants to tell us. Bye, you guys. Have a good night. Bye.